And hi, everyone. Welcome to the home of the Braves, 97.5 Glory FM, online at WGTJRadio.com, streaming on the TuneIn Radio app, also on the Simple Radio app, on the Amazon Echo. Just say play 97.5 Glory FM. And, of course, we're also streaming video on Twitter Live at Team Glory Sports, and also at the Gainesville Braves website, which is GainesvilleBraves.com. Game number 2 of the Sun Belt season for 2021, along with Dan Brown and Louis Warford. Mike Warford with you here for today's ball game, live from Ivy Watson Baseball Field. Looking for a lot of fun tonight, Dan, for a big Friday night crowd to come on in.
There's a bit. It's the weekend. We got a jump house or a jump castle down the right field line. The fans are filing in as we speak. Kind of a late arriving crowd here, and part of that is probably due to the McEver Road Dawsonville Highway intersection, which is a nightmare of epic proportions trying to get through that. It took me almost 20 minutes to get through that intersection. So I questioned my faith by the time I got done with it, man. I thought this is purgatory. So everybody's coming in. It looks like another nice crowd tonight. Ball field looks great. We've had some rain during the week, but thankfully nothing's happened on game night.
The big thing is, go back to Monday night in our first broadcast, the first game of Gainesville Braves baseball. Everybody was thrilled to death by just the turnout of the community to see this team.
It was really pleasantly surprising. You expect the worst and hope for the best. That's why I always cringe at garage sales, because I'm scared to death that nobody's going to show up and I'm going to sit there with a yard full of stuff, you know. But it's the same kind of thing here. We were all ready for a party and just waiting for the people to show up, and they did, and they came in good numbers.
Oh, a big crowd on hand, and a lot of great comments about the broadcast that we had here, and we encourage you to join us. So many different ways to join us. You can follow us on Twitter at Team Glory Sports. That's always a great way to follow us, and of course you can send emails to us, text, that kind of thing. And of course you can go to the Gainesville Braves website, and of course you can let everybody know what your comments about the broadcast. And hey, let's go ahead and make this thing viral. Let's make it the biggest thing going when it comes to even minor league baseball, and a big thing for Todd Pratt and the Sun Belt League to be able to see what's going on here with the Gainesville Braves. I think with that, you see the excitement of this team. You see what might happen around the entire Sun Belt.
You'd like to see it take hold, because this is because of what baseball did during the pandemic, and as an opportunity to completely reorganize its minor league system, is that the small town minor league baseball scene is disappearing, if not gone altogether. And what we have here, a ballpark on the lake. I mean, now you can't see it now because of the trees and stuff, but it's just over yonder, as they say around here. And you got a breeze coming in. There's people in lawn chairs and Adirondack chairs along the hillside. It's just good old-fashioned baseball. This is country hardball with wooden bats and real baseballs.
And this is the Kroger pregame show, getting ready for the first pitch of Gainesville Braves baseball. Hey, also you can follow the Braves on Twitter, on social media at GVille Braves. Great way to follow the team, to follow what's going on. And you go back to Monday night, you had, of course, rain has really hampered the Gwinnett Astros, the opponent for the Braves this evening, as Nick Hogan's team only had one game played. They had rain that washed out one of their games with the Atlanta Crackers, so they did win their one game. They played against the Crackers in the first game of the season for the Astros, while the Braves lost their opening game back on Monday evening here as they fell to Waleska by a score of 6-1. The other winner, big one, was Brookhaven, as they won both of their games against the Patriots. And so Brookhaven right now leading the league at 2-0, and you have Waleska at 1-0. You have Gwinnett also at 1-0. And Alpharetta, which had also defeated Columbus. So those are the four teams at 1-0 or 2-0 going into this weekend, Zach. So these two teams will play tomorrow night down at Peachtree Ridge High School in North Gwinnett County. That's the home of the Gwinnett Astros. And then we're back with you on Monday evening here at Ivy Watson Field as the Braves take on the Atlanta Crackers. Then the Braves go on a 4-game road trip before coming back here a week from Wednesday. So we'll have a break of about 10 days between broadcasts. Gainesville Braves baseball from Monday until the following Wednesday. It'll be interesting. They're playing so many games so quickly. They're playing a 28-game schedule. And between this past Monday, the 7th, and say by our next broadcast on Monday, then on Wednesday, they've already got almost half the season over, seems like.
Well, and this kind of schedule is the kind of pace that you can expect in a minor league baseball season. You're going to play every day. You're going to play on weekends in the afternoon. Most of these games are at night, which sometimes there's more heat out here at 7 o'clock at night than 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But this is what the kind of conditions they need to play in. One, you've got a set amount of time of about maybe a month and a half of real time before these kids got to go back to school for the fall. So you got to get the games in around weekends, work, jobs, all of an infinite amount of other factors going on.
Well, the first week of the postseason playoffs is the first week in August, and you're getting a timetable then getting ready to go back to college this fall.
Yes, and then the cash sport of all cash sports, football, starts up real quick. So
10 weeks from tonight, we start high school football.
Summer's going too fast. Summer used to last forever. Now it lasts 8 weeks. If you're
it was always the first weekend in September with Labor. Now it's the first weekend in August.
And for a lot of teachers, they're going back for planning the last week in July.
Sure.
And that's vacation time. I mean, that's when you go to the lake for a week.
That's when we're going on vacation.
Yeah.
I'll be leaving you for that week, last week of the regular season when it comes out. And, of course, I'll have a great voice filling in for me here on Gainesville Braves Baseball, here on the Gainesville Braves Radio Network, which we call it, with here on 97.5 Glory FM and all different platforms. Again, you can follow us all kind of ways. If you're on vacation, you can listen to the broadcast, no matter where you are. Hey, if you've got relatives anywhere in the country, tell them they can tune in to our broadcast digitally, all kind of ways. Again, on the Amazon Echo, just say play 97.5 Glory FM. We're also streaming on the TuneIn Radio app, and on the Simple Radio app, just go to the search engine and type in our call letters, which are WGTJ, and you'll hear the very best. Hey, we had some people, of course, outside at the food truck, the Southern Epicurean food truck, which is our official concession stand here at Ivy Watson Baseball Field for the Gainesville Braves. They've got us pumped in over there, and you get a chance to sit outside, have some food there. We've got some food coming up with us we talked about throughout the broadcast. Looking forward to that. And get a chance to hear the broadcast. So all kind of great ways to hear Gainesville Braves Baseball right here on 97.5 Glory FM. We're going to count down to the first pitch at 7:05. We're back in 1 minute as you're tuning to Gainesville Braves Baseball on the Sunbelt League on 97.5 Glory FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, if there are any kids that would like to run out with the Braves as we announce the lineups, please line up on the home side of the backstop gate. Thank you.
All right, they're meeting at home.
Dan Brown, Mike Wofford, Lloyd Wofford with you here as we bring you Gainesville Braves baseball on this first Friday night of the season. And we've got great games in store for you. Mark it on your calendar. Our next broadcast comes up on Monday evening at 6:45. The first pitch at 7:05 as the Braves take on the Atlanta Crackers. Then a week from Wednesday, we'll be back with you. That's on Wednesday, June 23rd, as we're back in action with more Gainesville Braves baseball here on 97.5 Glory FM. And also, of course, on the Gainesville Braves website, GainesvilleBraves.com. Managers down there, meeting, changing a lot of cards. Mike Owings, manager of the Braves. Nick Hogan of the Gwinnett Astros. And we've got a lot to talk about with these players down about starting things off with the starting batting orders.
All righty, for the visiting Astros, leading off and playing center field, number 8, Connor Curley, hitting in the second spot. And I've heard some good things about this kid already. Number 14, the shortstop, Isaac Boughton. Hitting third and playing right field, number 23, Ali Lepred. Hitting fourth, number 32, the first baseman, Luke Boynton. Number 20, Brady Moore will play third base and hit fifth. In the sixth slot, the second baseman, number 7, Carson Renz. Hitting in the sixth spot, I'm sorry. Hitting in the seventh spot is the catcher, Cole Stratford. And in the 8th spot, playing left field, number 2, Khalil Wilson. The DH hitting in the 9th spot is John Pardue. And the extra hitter, number 27, Matthew Gill.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to
So
welcome you to Ivy Watson
that's
Field.
Curley, Boughton, and LaPred, Boynton, Moore, and Renz, Stanford, Wilson, Pardue, and Gill. Pitching tonight is number 17, Josen Brandon. So these players, Mike, are kids from around the Duluth area. Cumming is probably the farthest north that they come. Loganville's, they've got a lot. Buford, there's a lot of local talent out here.
And they all play at colleges all across the entire Southeast, from the University of South Carolina to Columbus State, Coastal Carolina, the University of North Georgia, Mercer, Valdosta State, a lot for the Astros. We'll tell you more about that as we go through the broadcast this evening. How about for the Braves?
All right, for the Braves, leading off and playing second base is number 1, Caleb Carter. Hitting in the 2nd spot, the right fielder, number 3, Hudson Sapp. The catcher, number 17, Sam Stewart, hits 3rd. Carson Pato, the first, will hit 4th. And Ryan Goody, number 44, the DH, will hit 5th. Number 29, Will Mangurian, will play first base and hit 6th. Jarrett Burney, number 10, will play third base and hit 7th. He drops down from the 2nd slot. Number 8 hitter is Nick Tanner. Number 21, he plays left field, and the shortstop, Will Mapes, will bat 9th with Peyton Urban pitching. So that's Carter, Sapp, and Stewart, Pato, Goody, and Mangurian, Burney, Tanner, and Mapes for the Gainesville Braves. So the teams are now taking their place on the field, and we're about to have our national anthem and ready to go here.
What's really cool is that fans, kids that will run out on the field with the Braves players as they introduce, which is really cool.
Well, here they come. They were a little late in getting out there, so there's some big ones and there's some small ones. So now we're going to do our national anthem, Mike.
And we'll do it back after this timeout. You're tuned to Gainesville Braves Baseball on 97.5 Glory FM.
Would everyone please rise for the playing of our national anthem?
And welcome back to Gainesville Braves Baseball. It's time to play ball here on Friday night. On this June 11th, glad you're with us here. Dan Brown, Lily Wofford, Mike Wofford with you here on Team Glory Sports, our coverage of Gainesville Braves Baseball. And we get ready for the Gwinnett Astros and the Gainesville Braves. Game number 2 of the season. Gainesville 0-1, Gwinnett 1-0 again to play at Peachtree Ridge coming up tomorrow night, the home field for the Gwinnett Astros. And Dan, let's see if we get off to a better start this evening.
Yeah, we can. Anything with an out before the number 5 hitter comes up will be an improvement. Peyton Urban is on the mound now, taking his opening warm-up tosses. Defensively for the Braves is left to right, Tanner, Pato, and Sapp. Third to first is Burney, Mapes, Carter, and Mangurian. Behind the plate is Sam Stewart, and again on the mound is Peyton Urban. Urban is a, on, let me find him here. Where is he out of? Well, anyway, he's not.
You'll find him when you're
I'll
rushing
find
there.
him. Yeah, there he is. A Piedmont College product out of Habersham Central.
Yeah,
So
Curtis
it's looking
played
everywhere around him.
He'll play for Justin Scally, head coach of the Piedmont Lions, now known as Piedmont University, by the way. They changed their name
That's right.
a few weeks ago.
So he and Sam Carpenter are familiar with one another.
If you're new to our broadcast, the Braves are managed and co-owned by Micah Owings, former Gainesville High standout who has his number retired on the outfield fence, played Major League Baseball. And one of his coaches is Chris Carpenter, who also was an outstanding athlete here at Gainesville, played for the University of Georgia, played Major League Baseball. And Chris's son, Sam Carpenter, is also part of the staff. Sam just graduated from Piedmont University as the all-time winningest pitcher in Piedmont history. And we're looking forward to what we can do this evening for the broadcast. And hey, I talked to a lot of people this week who are tuning into the broadcast and glad we're broadcasting. It's great to have local players involved with the team. Of course, we'll tell you all about the players as much as possible, and the team is getting a lot of things going on. Dan's working with the team. We got pictures of the players' files. We'll be talking about all the players here throughout the season. We get ready to bring you the first pitch of tonight's ball game between the Braves and the Gwinnett Astros.
All righty, so leading off for the Astros is the center fielder, Connor Curley. And a correction on the starter, Halton Hardy is the starter. He's out of Francis Marion College. And East Jackson, first pitch, ground ball off the first baseman's glove. That's going to be a base hit. So one pitch, one hit.
Got by Mangurian down there at first base in a hurry. Talk about a hot corner down there at first base this time.
Kicked off his leg. So man on. And this is the hot man, I'm told, the shortstop, Isaac Bowen. So the infield's a double play depth in a little bit. So Isaac Boughton steps in. He's hitting .333 on the year, and he's got 2 RBIs. As Curley leads from first, Mangurian holds him on. Here's the pitch by Hardy. He's in there for a called strike. Outfield plays median depth, straight away. Center fielder shaded a couple steps to the left side, throw over to first, the runner gets back.
We were right on time with the first pitch of tonight's ball game, right at 7:05 p.m. for Gainesville Braves baseball.
So Hardy comes to the belt, checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Off the fist, fouled out of play. He kind of comes a little 3/4. Has a little herky-jerky motion in his delivery. Runner on first. It's an infield hit. Boughton at the plate. Hardy comes to the belt, nods the sign, and fires upstairs. 2-1 now the count. Just underway. No softball games out there tonight. There's one on the far field. Crowd still coming in. Here's the pitch. Slider in the dirt. Nice block. We're 2-2 now. On Boughton. Runner on first is Curley. He reached on a first pitch infield single. As Hardy comes set, throws over again. Curley gets back on his belly.
If you see the picture on our video stream of the ball game, it is a cloudy, overcast night, very humid conditions here tonight. If you want some temperature in the upper 70s.
There's a called strike 3 on the pitch. One down, nice pitch, caught Boughton looking.
Let me see about how the strikeout ratio goes tonight for the Braves.
Now batting number 23.
Well, they struck out 12 times on Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to tell you, the Stills kid, Mackenzie Stills, threw in the mid-90s. It had about a 10-inch tail on his fastball. There's a fastball on the inside part of the plate, but that's for a ball. Talked to the catcher, Trujillo, after the game, and he said that his ball's got so much movement, it even crosses him up and makes it difficult for him to catch.
That's for Waleska we're talking about.
And there's a fist shot into right field for a base hit. Rounding second as the throw comes in, he's back to bag easily as the base hit by LaPred. An off the fist shot, Mike. It wasn't a good, again, this thing that Gainesville pitchers are doing is that they are making contact with the non-fat part of the plate. But the problem is that these guys are fisting the ball just out of the reach of players, and we're getting punch and Judy to death.
A 2-man on, 1-man down here at the top of the first inning.
First and second, the situation 1 down. Luke Boynton, first baseman, will step in. Tall kid. As Hardy comes set, checks the runner behind him. Here's the pitch. Curveball, swung and missed, strike 1.
We do have the hometowns and the colleges for these players of all those teams, both the teams this evening we'll talk about.
Yep, and as we flip through pages here, we will give you their hometowns and college affiliation during the night here. Here's the pitch by Hardy. It limped inside, almost caught a bit of his shirt sleeve.
So about shirt sleeves, looking forward. We've got some T-shirts and hats on sale down below us. The Gainesville Braves looking forward to having that attire for us.
Boynton is a junior out of Georgia State. Here's the pitch. It's grounded up the middle. This could be 2 if we get it on the big hop. He dropped it. Everybody's safe. That's an E6. He had to get that on the big hop if he was going to make a play, and he let it hit in front. The shortstop, Mapes, let it hit in front of him, and it short hopped him. Everybody's safe.
So the bases loaded of Astros here in the top of the first inning.
1 out. The good part about this is we're in a double play situation.
And had one right there.
I don't know if they'd have gotten 2. His best play might have been on charging it. It's just to go straight to first. That'll bring up Brady Moore, the third baseman. Moore is out of Talking Rock, Georgia. Shortstop. He's a Santa Clara. There's a pass ball. Here comes the ball to the plate. The throw.
Never get him.
And he scores.
So Curley scored the first run of the ball game.
Well, and there was some moisture on the almost like dew if this was the morning on a golf course, because Stewart went down when he tried to scoop the ball and throw it back. It took a good bounce off a good carom off the backstop, but Curley does score. The Astros are up 1-0 on the wild pitch by Hardy. Brady Moore, the third baseman, finishing up on Boynton. He's out of Marietta. As Hardy comes set, and here's the pitch, and it's low and away. Right now, Stewart's going to have a chat with his pitcher. He's all over the map right now.
I don't know if the air affected him any at all from that standpoint, but he needs to come back and get a little higher in the strike zone.
Well, and again, to Hardy's credit, he's pitching to good contact here, is that they're not hitting him hard. They're fisting him. Nobody's really, even the ground ball to first, it took a funny hop off the grass.
Mm-hmm.
Mangurian kind of hit him in the leg, but a line drive base hit and a bleeder are the same in the scorebook. And right now it's second and third, 1 out. Braves are down a run. As Hardy comes set, and here's the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner.
Well, they fell behind 4-0 in the first inning of Monday night's game, trailing 1-0 here at the top of the first.
Well, at least to their credit, they've got an out. That's good. 2-1 the count, though. As Hardy checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. That ball got away on a breaking ball in the dirt, and trotting home is Ali Lepred, and it's now 2-0.
So 2 wild pitches. Scores 2 runs for the Astros.
Everybody, well, Boynton moves up to third. So 2-0 now. 3-1 the count on Brady Moore. Infield will check the runners at the corners and see the run up the middle. Here's the pitch. He's outside, walked him. So pretty much the same beginning tonight as we had on Monday. A lot of base runners for the opposition, but at this point, you got an error and a couple wild pitches and a walk, and there's your trouble.
It was interesting, though. You saw how the bullpen was able to help out with the Braves back on Monday night with Jackson Dyer, and also with Harris Bell coming in and shutting down the Wild Things back on Monday night.
Well, Micah Owings has got a slew of pitchers lined up to throw tonight. There's a ground ball in the hole between third and short. Throw to second, they get the force out, that's it. Nope, it gets into right field, and that's going to score another run. It's going to score 2. Here comes the throw to the plate, standing up easy, and everybody's safe again on an error on the fielder's choice. It was a fielder's choice, an error on the shortstop on the throw. He threw it into right field. That allowed Boynton to score. Brady Moore came all the way around to score. Carson Renz, the hitter, is standing on third base, and it's now 3-0, 1 out.
Number 6,
Pair of errors here to start the ball game, and that's not the crooked number you want to see on the scoreboard. It's 4-0, I'm sorry,
Yep,
on
4-0.
just 2 hits.
Yep, and 2 errors by Mapes at shortstop.
That's right, not his good night. So Hardy now has a runner on third, 1 out. Gainesville finds himself down again, 4-0. There's a pop-up down the right side. That's going to get out of play. Might even hit the jump castle out there.
Again, if you take the balls back over to the food truck at Southern Epicurean, you can get a prize later on.
So runner on third, 1 out. We're just in the top of the first inning. Halton Hardy finding himself in a deep hole here to start things off. He comes to the belt, and here's the pitch. And it's chopped foul. And you hear the contact, Mike. It's not fat part of the bat type thing. He's not grooving anything. He's got good movement on his fastball. Part of the problem with the wild pitches is that he's got good movement on his fastball and his breaking ball. He pulled the slider a little bit, and it got away from Stewart. But he's not throwing bad out there. He's just not having a lot of help behind him. So here's the 0-2 pitch. Took something off of that, but that's fouled back to the screen.
So far, he's given up 2 hits. There's been 2 errors, also a walk, 2 wild pitches.
2 wild pitches. And on the wild pitches, Stewart didn't have a chance with that. So Hardy toes the rubber from the first base side. Comes set, here's the pitch. And that broke the bat. There's our first broken bat, popped up to second. Carter makes the catch. There's our first broken bat, Mike.
To me, it's a souvenir. Right there, go ahead and make some toothpicks out of it, and you've got some things going.
That's kindling right now.
Absolutely. Save it for the wintertime.
So anybody camping out on the lake tonight can go home with
Now batting number 2,
a souvenir. So that's F4.
And Carter with the put out. First one made by a defender as the first out was made by a strikeout.
That was Cole Stanford that popped out. So a left-handed hitter, Khalil Wilson, the left fielder, still has a runner on third, now 2 outs. That was a little up and away. Heard a couple of grandstand umpires calling that a good pitch, and it was close. Number 8 hitter in the lineup here, the lefty. There's a called strike, almost the same spot. And I say almost in air quotes. So Hardy comes set, checks the runner at third. Here's the pitch. Wow, that was a little bit inside. 2-1 the count. 4-0. We're just underway. That must be downstairs.
And it reminds you so much of Monday night with Zach Valentine. The same type of ball game here for Hardy.
He's not missing by much. Now, the one thing, Wilson's wearing stirrups, and he's got those pants rolled up over his knees, so you know exactly where them knees are at. There's a swing and a miss on the 3-1. It's now 3-2.
First full count of the ball game.
And talking about where people are listening, I got my parents and my sister and her family listening up in Churchville, Virginia.
All right.
Got a lot of
welcome.
A lot of Ball State classmates. When I was a coach at Ball State, Gary Caldwell, big pitcher out of Connorsville up there, and he's listening in tonight. So I promised I'd give him a shout out. But they're
welcome.
Got a lot of folks from around the country that are listening in. And they like this brand of baseball.
This will be an event, no doubt about it.
So it's 3:20 down the lines. what do we say, about 340 in the gap and 365 to dead center.
There you go.
Here's the pitch by Hardy. There's a line drive, snared. Nope, off the glove into right field. That's going to bring in another run. Wilson is legging it around second on his way to third. He's going to make that standing. Boy, he has got some giddy up in his step.
And again, didn't hit it hard, but it was a line drive.
Out of the reach of Mangurian. It was right into the sunlight, down into the right field corner, and it's now 5-0.
Now batting number 3, John Pardue.
So 5-0 in favor of the Astros, the Gwinnett Astros here in the top of the first inning.
Of those 5 runs, 2 of them are unearned. So the batter now is the DH, John Pardue, and he swings it and misses at a breaking ball in the dirt. Nice block by Stewart. So it's not like Monday night. It's a little bit worse than Monday night, is that the Braves find themselves in the hole 5-0 here to start off early.
And the Astros are going to bat through the lineup one time around, looks like here in the first.
There's a high hopper over the mound. In comes the shortstop up with a throw to first. Got him. Nice play by Mapes. And that does it for the Astros in the top of the first.
But for Gwinnett in the first, they scored 5 times on 3 hits, 2 errors, 1 man left on base at the end of a half inning of play. It's Gwinnett 5, and the Braves are coming to bat here on Sunbelt League Baseball on 97.5 Glory FM.
Reminder to please return foul balls to the press box. We will have a drawing 7-minute stretch for a free Gainesville Braves t-shirt. Thank you.
Sing along to redneck mother, any blues I had before gone. Another working week is over, no chance of staying sober. I can feel a good one coming on. Yeah, we're gonna roll all night. We're gonna get the feeling right. We're gonna keep this party rocking till it breaks of dawn. Yeah, I can feel a good one coming on.
And finally getting out of a hole once again here, 5-0 in favor of Gwinnett as the Braves trail going into their first inning of work.
Well, again, it was a little bit of what they call it, a series of unfortunate events for the Braves. The only ball that was hit hard was the triple. And that was a kind of a line shot that skipped off the very tip of Mangurian's glove, and Khalil Wilson motored it from home to third, and there wasn't even a throw. So here we go
Leading off for the Gainesville Braves.
for the Gainesville Braves.
Number 1, Caleb Carter.
Caleb Carter, the second baseman. As Gainesville needs themselves a slew of runs here. The fastball in for a called strike.
And going to introduce these players to you, their hometown and their colleges. So you get a chance to see get the picture here from Ivy Watson Field.
There's a 2-hopper to second. Upload his Renz to throw to first. Got him. So Carter goes down. So defensively, we got Moore from left to right. We got Wilson, Curley, and LePred. Third to first, we got Moore, Boughton, Renz, and Boynton. Sanford behind the plate. And on the mound, Brandon for the Astros.
That brings up Hudson Sapp of Dawson County, who scored the first run of the Gainesville Braves back on Monday.
A left-handed hitter. Standing in, that's fouled back to the screen. That got a little bit of pole. So Joseph Brandon on the mound from Loganville, a Georgia State product.
Say hello to Dave Cohen, the voice of the Georgia State Panthers.
Here's the line in the pitch. Downstairs, 1-1 the count. Just underway, but a lot has happened here early on. 5 runs by the Astros in the top of the first inning with just 3 hits. That's off the fist and pops straight up to third. Moore drifting into foul territory makes the catch for out number 2.
So 2 easy outs here to start the first inning.
That'll bring up Sam Stewart. Lakeview Academy product.
Catcher for the Gainesville Braves.
Number 17, Sam Stewart.
And has had a chance to broadcast a Lakeview Academy baseball game this spring.
So 2 down. Brandon winds and delivers. Call strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-1. So Stewart is committed to Mercer University, and he went to Lakeview, and he could be living anywhere in North Georgia. As Lakeview pulls in a large variety of students. That's low and away. I tell you, I like the way Sanford catches behind the plate. That he gets down like Manny Sanguian used to, gets that knee down there and props off to the side. There's a call strike on the outside corner. 1-2 now, the count. Cole Stanford, the catcher, and Catala is from Catala, Georgia. Bringing them in from all over here. Here's the wind in the pitch. Downstairs, I tell you something, this umpire's not calling the low strike. Now, for me, anything above the shoelaces is good enough to be a low strike. So we're 2-2, 2 out, nobody on. Braves down by 5. Here's the line in the pitch. Curveball lined into left field. Is that going to get down? It's a fair ball. Stewart's going to try for second. Here comes the throw, cut off. Sliding into second. He's safe. He got in. And barely.
Just like on Monday night when the Braves had 4 hits, they had three extra base hits, and there you are. The first hit of the ball game was an extra base hit.
Never too late to get something started.
Man in scoring position, start a 2-out rally here at the bottom of the first inning, trailing 5-0.
So
Carson Pato will step in with a runner in scoring position and a chance to get at least one of them back anyway. So Pato, out of Van Cleve High School in Mississippi, going to Southern Miss. Left-handed hitter. Runner leads from second. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Brandon bringing some heat. One thing, these kids all throw above 90. As the runner leads from second, Stewart. Here's the line, the delivery and the pitch, called on the inside corner, right under the fist. No courtesy runners in this ball game either.
You'll see what the league rules will allow you to do.
So Brandon checks the runner, takes a long look at second. Here's the pitch. Good pitch, but inside. Wow. That's ice in your veins not to offer it that. I'd have been swinging from my hips and turning around and taking the long walk back to the dugout. 1-2 the count.
That's why you were a pitcher.
That's right. Didn't have to worry about that stuff. This one's coming outside. Here's the pitch. Good breaking ball downstairs. Nice backhanded stop by Stanford. 2-2 now the count. 2 down. Bottom of the first inning. 5-0 our score. There's deuces all over that scoreboard, and one of them is in the error spot for the Braves. They had 2 miscues in the top of the first. Here's the pitch by Brandon outside. We've now run the count full. Good job of hitting by Pato.
So still be running on this one.
Well, he won't. There's nobody behind him, so. But he will be breaking on contact. Brandon at the belt. Here's the pitch. Nope, he makes the throw to second. That pickoff move that North Hall loves so well, and actually worked more than once.
In the state champion North Hall Trojans won the Class AAA state championship of the GHSA. They did that several times this season.
Enough that I didn't scoff in derision when they did it. So Brandon will do full count all over again, and boom, that hit him on the backside, right in the wallet.
On the fat part, we'll call it there, the cheek.
That's right.
So runners on first and second for the Braves now.
Still 2 outs. And Rylan Goody, the DH. Again, the mirror image of Adam Dunn down to the number. So Gody steps in from the right side. That Osprey's out there flying around again. The center field light pole. Low and away, ball one. Two down runners on first and second. Infield is deep on the right side. Big hole between third and short. A hit should play to run. Brandon comes to the belt, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider.
Gody with a chance to drive in the first run of the ball game.
As Brandon comes set, and there's the pitch. Swing and a miss again. Right now, it seems the pitching is maybe overpowering the hitting a little bit. And again, for the Braves pitcher's defense, they were punched and judied it to death. Here's the 1-2. Right down the middle, called strike three, and that does it for the Braves in the bottom of the first inning.
And for Gainesville in the bottom of the first inning, they scored no runs on one hit, no errors, two men left on base at the end of one. It is the Gwinnett Astros 5, the Gainesville Braves nothing here on 97.5 Glory FM, your home of the Braves.
Bottom of the first for Gainesville. No runs, one hit, no errors, two men left on.
Very superstitious, writings on the wall. Very superstitious, letter about to fall. 13 months on baby, broke the chicken line. 7 years.
And the real deal is sitting next to me here in the press box at Ivy Watson Baseball Field. You can call Cliff Wilcox. Have you heard about it here on 97.5 Glory FM, your home of the Braves? You can call him at 770-998-9909. That's 770-998-9909. Have you heard about it here on 97.5 Glory FM and Gainesville Braves Baseball? Of course, we'll be talking about some great food. We got some food here from Southern Epicurean. We talked about eating between innings and tell you about the great food here they offer with a special concession stand of the Gainesville Braves.
Well, right now, it's the number 10 1 and 2 hitters here for the Astros coming up.
You would have said they batted around, but they have the extra hitter for the Astros.
This is Matthew Gill, the extra hitter, facing Halton Hardy in his second inning of work. Not, other than the pair of wild pitches, not a bad inning. Check swing, he held it up and in, ball one.
Hardest ball hit was the triple where the runner was stranded there to end the first inning.
Well, the amount of foul territory is pretty spacious down the right field line, and it got tied up in that corner on the called strike. 1-1 the count. And that's off the fist. Slow roller to short, up with it. Nice play by Mapes, he got him. Now that's...
That'll make up for the errors, won't it?
Yes, it will. Now the thing about that play, he had to come in, field it on the run, make the throw on the run. He didn't have any time to think about what he was doing, and that's when you make the plays. When you got to stop to think about it, that's when Mr. Doubt creeps in, and by the time you're done, you may not know what you're doing.
It's now back to the top of the order for the Astros.
Connor Curley, who led the game off with a single, scored the game's first run. One down, bases empty. Here's the line and the pitch. A little up by Hardy, ball one. So the infield giving him the lines right now, and that's fisted foul over the third base dugout. And it's 1-1 the count. Curley, a left-hander. Slightly open stance. Astros wear the black jerseys, white pants, orange hats with the black cap bill, and that Houston star. So time called. Curley steps out. Now we've got something loose in right field. A baseball got away from somebody. I don't know who's playing catch out there, so might have been a couple kids on the other side of the fence throwing back a foul ball. But anyway, now the field's clear. Hardy looks in for the sign, and he rocks and fires. And it's down the dirt and gets away, but there's no harm for no foul.
If you're down that way listening to us, if you get a foul ball, take it back up here to the press box, and you get a chance to win a Gainesville Braves t-shirt. Those are $15 t-shirts, by the way. That's a great prize.
They don't come cheap.
To come back with a foul ball, that's not a bad prize at all.
So here's Hardy with the wind and the pitch, and that's grounded up the middle. Short, the second baseman Carter stops, throws to first, got him. Nice play by Carter, moving to his right.
So we've had Mason Carter doing the job at the middle infield for the Braves. 2 men down here in the second.
Better inning for Hardy after the
Now batting
nightmare in the
13,
first.
Isaac Bowden.
So here's Isaac Bowden. He took a call third strike first time up. Where's number 14, like Pete Rose? One of my favorite ball players. Here's the line in the pitch. And it's grounded to short. Candy hop to Mapes, throw to first. They got him. Nice inning for Hardy.
3 up, 3 down go the Astros here in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's the Gwinnett Astros 5. Your Gainesville Braves nothing. Here on 97.5 Glory FM.
Top of the second for the Astros. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on.
Bottom of the second inning here with Gainesville Braves baseball from Ivy Watson Baseball Field. And again, this is going to be an event for the entire North Georgia community. You get a chance to see Summer League baseball. You've heard about the Savannah Bananas, for example, down in the Coastal Plains League. This is what could happen here, I think, with the Braves. It could be a happening event here in North Georgia.
All righty, so Will Mangurian leads it off for the Braves here in the second. They're down 5-0.
Middle of third of the order deal for the Braves, 4, 5, and 6 hitters.
So Brandon sails a fastball high and away for ball one. You get these back, one hit and one base runner at a time. There's no such thing as a 5-run homer. So patience. 9 innings is a long time to play ball. That's pop foul out of play. So 1-1 our count. It'll be Mangurian, Bernie, and Nick Tanner due up here for Braves in the second. Johns Creek High School product is Mangurian, and that's away. 2-1 now the count.
He's also the leading hitter after one game for the Braves, batting .500. He went 1 for 2 officially against Waleska back on Monday.
And he is heading to Orange Coastal Junior College. It was a called strike. He checked his swing, but went around. 1-2 now the count.
And the Johns Creek Gladiator there in North Fulton County.
Here's the line in the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on the fists. Mangurian goes down swinging. That's a second strikeout for Joe Brandon.
You see how quickly he's working also. He's that effective, Dan.
Well, when you got a 5-run lead,
Now batting for the Braves.
you want to get the ball,
Number 10,
get your
Garrett
sign,
Kearney.
sight the target, get rid of the baseball. You want to get this game or your stint in the game over. He squares The bunt is Jarrett Burney, and he takes a called strike.
Say hello to his dad, who's tuning into our broadcast. Thank you for your comments from our broadcast back on Monday.
Here's the line into pitch by Brandon. And that's off the fist and out of play. Nobody's making especially good contact right now. Now, this is also a tough part of the night. The clouds have cleared. You have some high weather clouds. The sun is setting to our right. Brandon rocks and fires. Breaking ball down the right field line. That's going to catch the jump castle there.
There are so many broadcasts we've had here of high school baseball from Mobile Watsonville, sitting down on third baseline, looking right into that sun. It is horrible this time of night.
It's rough. The pitch by Brandon just missed downstairs. 1-2 now the count. I think the plate's a tea saucer tonight. Might be some mud on the corners, maybe. But you know me as a pitcher. I like a lot of corner. Here's the line, then the pitch by Brandon. I'd almost got him. Brushed it back off the plate. 2-2 now the count. So if it's a purpose pitch, come back with something away. A breaking ball maybe. Here's the line, the pitch. There's the breaking ball. It's just popped into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. So he made a great pitch. Put it right where it was supposed to go, but Bernie reached out and slapped it and kind of did a little 9-iron shot to shallow right between first and second.
So he's the first Brave with a 2-game hitting streak. He had a hit back in Monday night's game.
Yes, he did. And in the scorebook, these things all come down as line shots. So Nick Tanner will step in. So this is Nick Tanner's first plate appearance of the season. And he foul tips it into the mitt for a called strike.
Again, there are 30 players in the roster for the Braves, so a lot of players will get a chance to hear throughout the season.
So Tanner going to Georgia Gwinnett College in the fall, a Lanier High School product. Bernie leads. He's running with the pitch. A throw down to second. Nice throw. Boy,
I didn't think he'd ever get him.
Oh, they put it right on the corner of the bag. In fact, it had a little tail to it. It kind of threw it right into the runner. And Bernie is caught stealing 2-6. So 2 down now, 0-2 the count on Tanner.
If you're a scout watching our broadcast online, that'll open up your eyes there for that catcher.
There's some good arms behind the plate here, including Sam Stewart's. Trujillo had a good arm. I was impressed with that kid Monday night.
I never thought he'd get Bernie.
It was a perfect throw. So here's the 1-2, and there's a drive into left center. On the run, off the wall.
Wow.
That's too bad. Here comes into second base is Tanner with a double.
Another extra base hit for the Braves.
2 hits in the inning and nothing to show for it right now, and that's unfortunate. But
That would have been an RBI if Bernie had not been thrown out.
You got to make them make the throws. When they make the throws, now you adjust. But you know you're down 5-0. You just can't sit back and wait for something to happen. You got to kind of force their hand a little bit. They made the play. You tip your cap and try something else. So with 2 outs, Will Mapes will step in with an opportunity to play to run. He's got a lot of room on the lines. Khalil Wilson in left had that one go over his head, and it hopped off the wall right at the bottom of the scoreboard as a called strike here to Mapes. So Brandon from the stretch position checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now the count. 2 down, bottom of the second inning. Gwinnett Astros up 5-0. Brandon nods the sign, checks the runner. Here's the pitch. That plunked him. Second hit batsman of the inning. Braves will take it.
The runner's on first and second again.
That caught him right in the meat of the hip. See how many ways different ways we can say backside without saying backside, right?
Batting for the Braves, number 1,
Tailgate.
Caleb Carter.
Tailgate was down on that one. So we're back to the top of the order now. Caleb Carter, he grounded out to second his first time up. He's got ducks on the pond. A tweener could score 2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. There is a hitter's eye as part of the wall in dead center field, but you do have light standards from the softball fields that are literally looking right over the pitcher's shoulder. There's a nice curveball called strike 2. That was in the upper part of the zone. Caught the belt. 0-2 now the count. Runners lead. Brandon looks in, checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3, curveball, nice pitch, and that does it for the Braves in the second.
And we'll go to the top of the 3rd inning here from Ivy Watson Field. The score remains the Gwinnett Astros 5, your Gainesville Braves nothing. As you're tuned to Sunbelt League Baseball on 97.5 Glory FM.
Was a sight to see. Good turn to bad, and bad turn to misery. I found out what it is and what it's not. And all I ask for sure ain't what I got now. Well, I've been raised on the dance with the devil time in this.
And there are Kroger's all over the Sunbelt area. And of course, here locally, we've got them here. I know of 4 on top of it I can name. And what's great about it, make sure you become one of the members or you get 3 cents off your fuel. You get a card there from Kroger. And of course, my wife buys all of her groceries there for the family. And she can get as much as 10, 20, 30 cents off a month on our gas price per gallon, by the way. So it's really something to see there. Part of the great offers there from Kroger. Part of the Sunbelt League and your Gainesville Braves.
So Ali LaPret steps in. He's 1 for 1, single with a run scored. Out of Duluth, Georgia. There's a ground ball to short. Up with his Mapes. Crow hops, throws 1 down.
They're eating the middle of the lineup, the defensive line between Mapes and Carter.
Well, to his credit right now, that's 5 in a row set down, and all of them have been ground balls up the middle, 4 of them to short.
Now batting number 32, Luke Boynton.
So he's killing the grass out there. So Luke Boynton steps in. He's the Marietta product, a junior at Georgia State. Alton Hardy looks in, winds, and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So after the first inning, the Braves 9 has settled down. Mowed them down. It's up and away.
Yep, top of the 3rd inning here. And mentioned about Georgia State. They're getting a brand new ballpark. They play out at Panthersville where they play their baseball games. Going back to the original site of the Atlanta Fulton County Stadium for their future home.
There's a drive down the right field line. That's going to get down. Skidding to stop is Boynton. He'll hold to a single. He reached on the error last time. So runner on first, 1 down.
Now batting number 20, Brady Moore.
That'll bring up Brady Moore. Sapp got to the ball quickly. It was down in that, and they're playing him off the lines here. That was down in that no man's land, dropped about maybe 10 feet inside the right field line. So here's Brady Moore. Scored a run, reached on an error. Here's the pitch. That's a pop foul down the right field line, and it'll find the parking lot.
You mentioned about college ballparks. You think about how all the colleges, especially Division I, are trying to upgrade their facilities. There you have Georgia State going back to the old Atlanta Fulton County footprint.
So that's what they're doing, huh?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So a runner on first. As Hardy comes set. Here's the pitch. inside and a little low.
Yeah, for Georgia State, they've got, of course, the old Turner Field they've got for the football stadium. And now they're building a brand new convocation center for the basketball team down the street. And also they'll use the old Atlanta Fulton County for baseball and have all their sports there right together.
So there is a baseball field been built out there then?
Not yet. It's
Not
in
yet.
process.
I'd like to see them make the part of the left field fence.
They are.
That just keep it there.
They are.
Oh, that'll be cool.
You can see the renderings online.
I'll have to give it a look. I'll say right now it's a lot of asphalt and some yellow lines. But that'll be neat. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Second baseman Carter drifts right on the lip of the grass and makes the catch for out number 2. And that probably took some knuckle skin with it.
You needed that one too.
I've said this before. The pitchers, the Braves pitchers, they're not doing badly in that they've only, out of 3 innings and 10 hitters or so, maybe 16 in this case, there's not solid contact. And there's the pitch. That's fouled back here. Hit off the screen about 3 feet below my window, and I still flinch. I trust nothing. So the hitter, Carson Renz, he reached on a fielder's choice in that errant throw from Mapes that sailed into right field. Took him all the way around to third and scored everybody. Runner leads from first. Here's the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. Took a little bit of something off of that.
To me, one of the biggest things I heard of him was those 2 wild pitches that allowed 2 runs to score. He just joining us. The Astros scored all 5 runs back in the top of the first inning.
Well, the wild pitch never helped or hurt. There goes the runner. And it's flied into left field. Tanner trots in, makes the catch, and that does it for the Astros in the third.
And for the Astros here in the top of the third, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the third. You're tuned to Gainesville Braves Baseball. It's the Astros 5, the Braves nothing. You're tuned to 97.5 Glory FM.
Reminder that please return foul ball to the concession stand. We will have a drawing for 7th inning stretch for Gainesville Braves t-shirt. Also, please visit Southern Epicuria, the food truck, with some excellent ballpark food at tonight's game.
Little thing, let me light your chemicals, so mama, I'm sure the hand and I just around. Don't be smiling the words, and I'm a man, a great experience. I know you got the love of man, but I can love you better than him. Take my hand, don't be afraid, I wanna prove every word I say. I'm advertising love for free, so you can place your way. Come on, hey, little thing, let me light your chemicals, and mama, I'm sure the honey now is around.
Yeah, great lineup of sponsors making our broadcast possible at Gainesville Braves Baseball. Hey, you can join our winning team here at 97.5 Glory FM. You can send an email to me to mail@wgtjradio.com and join our winning team here of our great list of sponsors making us bring you Gainesville Braves Baseball. Thinking about direct physician services. Dr. Alan Painter doing the job there. I tell you what, if you need any kind of physical help at all in a hurry, you need to call the great people there at Direct Physician Services. They offer all kind of things for the everyday athlete, the weekend athlete. If you have an injury or just need a general practitioner, he has concierge service available there at Direct Physician Services. As we start the bottom of the third.
Here's the first pitch to Hudson Sapp, who squares, drops a bunt, scooped, throw, got him. Nice play by the pitcher. Had a high hop to it, maybe a little too much infield in it. Sapp had a good idea. Tried to leg that one out and came up just a little bit short. Score that one 1-3 for the Dawson High School product.
Now batting for Gainesville, number 17, Sam Stewart.
So we got a Tiger leading off the inning and a Lion coming up to the plate now, and Sam Stewart, the Lakeview Academy product.
He had to hit his first time up.
He is 1 for 1. Fastball on the outside corner by Brandon. Strike one. He's in his third inning of work. He's given up 3 hits, equal to his counterpart Hardy. who is pitching a good ball game despite the score. Downstairs.
And let's think about this level of baseball. It'll drive you crazy, one, because you could have 3 hits and you fall behind 5. And you go, how in the world did that happen? That's how it works out.
That's what happens when you give them extra base runners, extra outs. So 1-1 the count. Stewart calls time, steps out, fixes the accessories, the batting gloves, wears a white sleeve on that right arm. Here's the line in the pitch by Brandon. Upstairs. 2-1 the count. We didn't have the compression sleeves back when I played, so what I would do is take a knee brace and then wear it over my elbow underneath my undershirt. That kind of helped keep everything kind of in place a little bit as that fastball is low and away. We're now 3-1 in Stewart's favor. So Brandon, a quick worker, gets the sign and is ready to go, and that's pop foul out of play, 3-2. And now high school pitchers in northeastern Indiana in March and April would carry a square, about a postage stamp size of pine tar rag in their hip pocket. Not so much to increase rotation amount. We didn't even know what that was back then, but just to kind of give the fingers a little feel of the baseball, and that's fouled right back.
I was going to say to stay warm in a sense, but that's what it does. It gives you more feeling.
Gives you a little bit of feeling in there, but yeah, you're pitching on with numb fingers on a slick baseball. So we'll do 3-2 now. Stewart stands in. Here's the pitch by Brandon. Popped up foul. That's going to reach the hillside out there. And we'll do 3-2 all over again.
And there's going to be a lot of contestants for that T-shirt here.
That is true. The sun has finally found the clouds. The lights are on. They've been on since the first pitch. Again, we had a threat of showers, but really didn't see any, at least not in Flowery Branch today. It got dark and windy, but it never really rained. Here's the full count pitch. Oh, that fouled off him. Might have gotten took a little bit of wrist with that, but that's a foul at the plate. We'll do 3-2 again. Stewart hanging in there.
He's going to have a 10-pitch at bat here.
So Brandon looks in for the sign. Here's the line in the pitch. That hit him. That's the
Third hit batter.
third hit batter. So 1 down, runner on, and that'll bring up Carson Pato.
But the Braves have had runners in every inning so far tonight.
And they have left 2 runners on in the first inning, 2 runners on in the second. They've left 4
Batting
on.
number 18, Carson Pato.
So Pato, the center fielder, will stand in. He was hit last time up. Fastball is down low, ball 1. Stanford wanted to come up throwing. Stewart gets a healthy lead. Good wheels for a catcher. But we're seeing that more and more. You don't see the Yogi Berra or the Johnny Bench lumbering around the bases anymore. You got guys out there that can wheel.
Or the Jody Davises around here.
That's right. Here's the pitch, and that's down in the dirt again. Stewart getting a big lead down there at first. And I love Jody Davis to death, but you timed him from first to third with an hourglass, which is, I say that I carried a piano with me as I ran the bases. So the runner leads again. There's the pitch, and he's been downstairs all over. It's now 3-0. And what you're seeing now is a pitcher with a 5-run lead, paying maybe too much attention to the runner on first. It's 5-4-0 for the Astros, 0-3-2 for the Braves. A nice breeze coming in off the lake. Here's the pitch. Call strike, 3-1 now. So the humidity's kind of let up a little bit. It's still summer out there. Weather forecast says temperatures are going to get above 90 starting Monday. So we only think it's muggy right now. So Stewart leads. There's the pitch. Ball 4, he walked him. Take the base runners any way you can get them.
So a hit batter and now a walk. Runners on first and second for the Braves, trailing 5-0 here in the bottom of the third.
Remember what we said about extra outs and extra base runners?
Take me the first inning of both Monday night's game and tonight's ball game. We've got some great baseball for you.
So here's Goody.
Or Goody?
Goody. We'll get one of them. He probably says I answered anything. First and second, one down. Prime opportunity to do something. Called strike on the outside. So Goody took a called third strike to end the first inning with runners on first and third. Now he's got runners on first and second. It's time for the big man to put one out there somewhere. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a low and away breaking ball. What I call the pitch that killed Dale Murphy's career. And a host of others. So still one out. Runners lead. Outfield bunched in the middle. Infield at double play depth. They tried the fake to second, but nobody offered and nobody moved. Pitch is low. It's now 1-2 the count. Good breaking ball. Probably better of a pitch than the one that Goody swung at. 5-0 our score. Braves looking to crack that ice. Get a couple of them back here in the third. Brandon steps off. Everybody relaxes. Goody steps back in the box. Now we're going to have a chat here between Stanford and Brandon. They're having problems coming together on signs. And that's probably the biggest learning curve right now when you've got pitchers and catchers that haven't worked a lot together yet.
It's bad running. Also, the Braves have had a lot of trouble on the base paths. They've had so many guys thrown out, either caught stealing or had a guy thrown out home plate back on Monday night.
Well, you got to take the chances and you got to force the guys to make the plays. And right now, the opposition's making the plays. Here's the pitch, called strike 3. That's twice. 2 down now, and that'll bring up Will Mangurian. Mangurian, Orange Coastal, Johns Creek High School.
For the Braves, number 29, Will Mangurian.
Left-handed hitter. He can get around on one and stick one in that right field corner. We'll get at least one and make the next run exciting. Brandon comes set, checks the runner. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Lots of air being generated by the Braves. He's a two-sport guy, plays football. Goody does. Bluffs to second. Big curveball inside. Lots of movement out there behind Brandon. First and second, 2 outs. I've shown a picture of course, anybody riling Goody's size, somebody's going to put a football helmet on him somewhere at some point. That's fouled back. My cat-like reflexes are about 1.5 seconds too late. But I got Ryan Casper got in my back on the right side. He gets anything that comes through the window.
If it comes through the window, it's a shot.
If it comes through the window, my attorneys will be calling the city of Gainesville on Monday morning, or maybe the school district, I don't know. Infield is deep on the right side. Cut off that base hit. Here's the pitch. Upstairs in the eyeballs. 2-2, the count. Deuce is wild.
I can say, Danny, the 35 years of this ballpark, there never has been one hit this way.
There never has been one hit. Never.
Never.
There's always a first time.
Maybe in your dreams.
Here's the pitch. Curveball popped up. On the dirt, everybody running. Renz settles under it, makes the catch, and that does it for the Braves.
And here for the Braves in the third, no runs, no hits, no errors, 2 men left on base. We'll go to the fourth. It's still the Gwinnett Astros 5. Your Gainesville Braves nothing as you're tuned to Sunbelt League Baseball on 97.5 Glory FM.
Bottom of the third for the Braves. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left on.
Food between innings here from Southern Epicurean, and I highly recommend that you contact them. Again, go to their website, southern-epicurean.com, and they have that unique menu, and they have got some fine cuisine along with hamburgers, hot dogs, fries, wings, chicken for the kids, and they'll take care of all of your needs. Go to southern-epicurean.com. Tell me you heard about it here on Gainesville Braves Baseball. Top of the fourth inning, Gainesville trailing 5-0. Glad you're with us here on this Friday night. We're back with you on Monday as the Braves take on the Atlanta Crackers.
So it'll be Cole Stanford, Khalil Wilson, and John Pardue, 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Remember, we have a 10th hitter here. Due up here for the Astros in the top of the fourth inning.
Astros, number 6, Cole Stanford.
Against Halton Hardy, who has done a nice job once you get past first 6 hitters in the lineup in the first inning. 5-0 our score. Here's the pitch by Hardy. Lined right back up the middle. That was a good shot. Base hit. Stanford's going to go for second. Here comes the throw. They got him. Good play from the outfield. Nice throw from Pato. Good play by Carter, not cutting it off. That was communication there, and a nice tag applied by the shortstop Mapes. 1 down.
So it goes as a hit, but also you take the outfield there with the way they got it. How do you score that one, Dan?
That would be 8-6. Now you're up 5-0. You make them throw you out, and that's exactly what they did. It probably didn't get by enough for that to happen, and this guy wasn't running, and Khalil Wilson, who tripled his first time up. And that evens the count. First pitch was a ball. This was a called strike. Wilson tripled into the corner. That was just a little downstairs, and I mean, there was no throw. He legged that thing out, long stride, tall and skinny, drink of water. It's 2-1 now, the count. That's fouled back. We're even up at 2-2.
Astros now with 5 runs on 5 hits.
So Wilson out of Ackworth, Georgia. That's our first Ackworth product.
North Cobb County.
Gordon College. Call strike 3 on the outside corner. Nice breaking ball by Hardy. Froze up Wilson.
Gordon College, by the way, is a baseball machine in the GCAA, the Georgia Collegiate Athletic Association.
They got this guy at least as their leadoff hitter, I bet.
Number 3, John Pardue.
So John Pardue, the DH, 1 down, 2 down now, nobody on. A little help from his friends. Halton Hardy's having himself a good inning here. He winds and delivers. And called strike on the inside corner. There's a late break he's got on that fastball. It is a lot like what McKenzie Stills threw Monday night. And it's a good problem to have if you can learn how to rein it in. The call strike right down the middle. 0-2 now to count. So
he's a lot looser now, Dan.
Oh, he's feeling better. You got a good play behind you. The 2 good plays take care of the 2 errors. Here's the pitch. Did he go? No, he did not. I tell you, I think the hitter thought he was rung up because he was.
I thought it was.
He took a long look behind him. I think the pitch was inside, but he might have swung on it. But no, that's a little bit outside, and Hardy thought that was strike 3. He started to walk down. So, hey, they say if nobody's happy with what you're doing a good job.
They include us.
That's right.
Really?
Oh, hey, it means you're playing it in the middle. Here's the pitch. It's tapped to third. That's going to be tough for Bernie. He scoops it, throws. Nice play. Got it.
Good job, Jay. That'll do it for the Astros here in the 4th. For Gwinnett, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, no one left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning here from Bobby Watsonville. The score remains Gwinnett 5, Gainesville nothing. You're tuned to Sunbelt League Baseball on 97.5 Glory FM.
Top of the 4th, the Astros. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on.
Welcome back to Gainesville Braves Baseball on 97.5 Glory FM. Hey, you can contact Cliff Wilcox, your State Farm agent down in Roswell. Call him at 770-998-9909. That's 770-998-9909. Tell me you heard about it here on Gainesville Braves Baseball. Yeah, Jarrett Burney, who had that great defensive play to end the inning. He'll lead things off here for the Braves at the bottom of the 4th.
And how often does that happen during a game? A little more than occasionally. Swing and a miss on the hard slider. It'll be Bernie, Tanner, and Mapes due up 7, 8, and 9 for the Braves here. The bottom of the 4th. Game is scooting right along. That's in the dirt and away on the slider. 1-1 the count. The Braves are having no problems putting runners on base. They've got 3 hits. They've had 3 hit batsmen and 1 walk. They can't finish the deal.
Need that key hit with 2 outs.
Need a key hit anywhere. It's a 1-1 to count on Bernie. Here's the wind in the pitch. That's away. It's Brandon. Takes his rock and fires. He walks him.
So again, Bernie gets on base for the Braves. Leadoff man's on.
He got thrown out trying to steal last time.
Let's see what you do this time around.
And batting for the Braves, number 21, Nick Tanner.
With nobody out, Nick Tanner, who doubled his last time up.
His first at-bat as a Brave.
Here's the stretch in the pitch, and it's outside, ball 1. This is the time to do it. You got bullpen activity down there. On the left field side of the field, so Astros are getting somebody up. This might be pitch count end anyway for them. There's a shot to center straight away. That's going to have a little enough there right at the warning track. Settles under it, makes a catch, route number 1.
Probably the best ball hit by the Braves so far for Tanner. He had that double earlier we mentioned, and he hit that one a long way, probably 350 plus.
Hit it on the screws.
He was part of the ballpark here at Ivy Watson.
We call that a can of corn because he was back there waiting on it. Now to bring up Will Mapes, who's had himself a ball game out there. Had a couple errors in the first inning, but he's made up for that with a couple nice plays. Mapes going to North Georgia or Mercer. He's from Mount Pisgah High School. Takes a called strike. 1 out, runner on base. Braves need a run here. Preferably a crooked number. As Brandon checks the runner, there he goes. Swing and a miss, foul ball.
I was looking right there for a hit and run play for Coach Owings, and he had it going there.
Had it going, and
So Bernie comes back.
good job by Mapes to make contact, protect his runner. But he fouled it at the plate. We'll try it again. 0-2 now the count. Bernie leads from first. Brandon comes set. There's a ground ball to second. This is 4, 6, 3, and that does it for the Braves in the 4th inning.
So he bats into the double play to Indy. Another double play for the Braves here so far early on this season. They go down in the 4th. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Score remaining. The Gwinnett Astros 5. Your Gainesville Braves nothing. You're tuned to Sunbelt League Baseball on 97.5 Glory FM.
Girl, you know I'm watching, don't lie. You got it all figured out, but that smile has got me spinning around. Don't even try. Acting like it ain't no thing. 'Cause I can see you a little closer, closer. Girl, I gotta get to know you, Everything about you makes me want you, know what you're doing, baby, don't you? You've been looking over here all night, and when I look, you look away. Oh, I love the little games you play out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? Now pitching for the Braves, number 20, Peyton Urban.
We go to the top of the 5th inning here from Mobile, Wattsville. Glad you're with us here. Bringing Gainesville Braves baseball back on Monday as the Braves take on the Atlanta Crackers. And a new pitcher now for Mike Owings' team.
Peyton Urban will come in the top of the 5th inning, so close the book on Halton Hardy. Again, except for that first inning, he gave up 5 runs on 5 hits. 3 of those runs were earned. He walked 1, struck out 2, but not a bad job.
No, not at all.
Good live arm. He's got a good live arm, and with a live arm, you're going to have the wild pitch or the pass ball because that ball has so much movement, especially down in the strike zone, and especially on sliders and breaking balls, in that you have a catcher that's, again, not familiar with you. When you go through a high school season pitching to the same catcher, they know which way the ball's going to bounce. They know which way the ball's going to break, and that's part of the challenges in a summer league team. So it'll be Matthew Gill, and then the top of the order in Curly. And hold on, we got a new guy in here. Let's check out his number. That's 25, and he grounds it into right field for a base hit. So everybody's substituting in the 5th.
Catch up time for your partner.
He didn't. He usually is supposed to take one of those. And the batters, now we got another one. He's not on the roster.
So you go down to your Gwinnett Astros roster there.
And there's
number 8, Connor Curley.
not a 25 there.
So Connor Curley back up.
So the new guy makes another appearance. Singles to right. So at this point, if I was Micah Owings, I would say something. There's a bunt to third. Bernie, nice throw, but it hits the runner in the backside. Everybody's going to run, and everybody goes to second and third. We're going to give him a sacrifice base hit E5 on the throw. I don't think he'd have got him.
He was running in the lane when he got hit too. So 3rd error of the ball game for the Braves.
Batting number 14, Isaac Boughton.
Let's see if they give him the hit, and then the error on the throw. That's E5, puts the runners on second and third.
That brings up Isaac Boughton for the Astros.
he's been kind of quiet. Grounded out to short and struck out, but he's got ducks on the pond right now. Infielders are in at the corner. Pitch by Irvin's outside. So I'm going to do my Sherlock Holmes and go over this roster again and see if I can see somebody there, but
The Sun Belt is supposed to update all the rosters for today's action.
here's the pitch by Irvin. Outside again. Well, we got 2 inactive players with number 0, but I don't see it. It's
And I was wondering about the inactive players.
Well, so yeah, he's not even on the. He's not even. We go from 23, 24, then 26, and
Meanwhile,
he's not there. So anyway, we solved that mystery. He's unknown at this point, but Boughton fouls one off down the right side. It's now 2-1. So Irvin with runners on second and third, nobody out here in the fifth. I'm sorry. Boughton at the plate. Irvin comes set, very close shoulder on the delivery. There's the pitch in the dirt. Nice stop by Stewart.
Need some damage control now by Irvin.
So in at the corners, they'll come to the plate. Up the middle, they'll check the runner, go to first. So Irvin comes to the belt. Looking in over the shoulder, there's the pitch. Popped foul out of play. 2-2 now, the count. Outfield is given the lines, bunched in together, average depth. Ball, I haven't really seen a lot of balls hit hard out here that carry. They're falling shy or hitting the bottom of the wall.
We saw one Monday night.
Here's a pitch by Irvin. Hit out of play. We'll do 2-2 all over again.
Need a ground ball, Irvin.
New ball brought in.
The one down to Bernie would be nice.
Now he needs probably a strikeout would help.
Oh, absolutely.
Take one himself. Here's the pitch. Lined up the middle, that's going to get underneath and into center field for a base hit. 1 run is in. Throw comes to the plate. Head first slide. Scores easily. It's Curley, and it's now 7-0 on the 2-run single by Boughton up the middle. So we're officially a touchdown behind.
Of course, the most famous Boughton was the old pitcher who actually played for the Braves, Atlanta Braves at one time, Jim Boughton.
Fascinating book.
Ball 4 is the name of the book.
As an 11-year-old reading it, my jaw was agape for most of the book.
So 7-0 in favor of Gwinnett here in the top of the 5th inning.
Alrighty, so we
You
figured
know, it's a name from the Gwinnett Astros.
Antonio Brown.
From he changed numbers. He's
Yeah,
from
he did.
Buford.
Yeah, the Buford product.
He was number 1 before.
Well, now he's 25, so at least we got that. Good wheels coming around the bases too. So here's a pitch by Irvin. There's a line drive down the left field line. That's going to get down, and it's going to roll to the wall. Tanner up with the throw. Coming into second, standing up, is LaPred. This is a replay of the first inning. Only some decent balls being hit off of Irvin here. Everybody has reached base. Runners on second and third. And Luke Boynton will step in.
Now batting number 32, Luke
So again,
Boynton.
Antonio Brown was that mystery man we had. He would change numbers, and no one knew it. He's a Buford product. He played for Tony Wolf, part of that 2019 state championship team.
And LaPred gets his second hit of the night. He's 2 for 3. Here's Boynton. Fastball hit the mitt, but the mitt was set up off the plate. Ball 1. 7-0 our score. 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Astros. No runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Braves. Irvin. There's a drive into left center field base hit. That's going to score 1. Here comes the throw into second. LaPred will score standing up, and it's 9-0.
And a 4-run inning here in the 5th for the Astros.
And there's nobody out. Boynton has reached base all 3 times. He reached the first inning on an error, and he's got 2 singles to his credit.
Now batting number 20, Brady Moore.
That'll bring up Brady Moore, the third baseman. He's walked and scored a run. Popped out to second. Boynton leads from first. Not a real threat to steal. He doesn't get far off. Curveball in the dirt for a ball. So Moore, Renz, and Stanford. The next 3 due up for the Astros.
It's definitely Bull Durham baseball right now.
Well, it can happen both ways. We still got a lot of baseball left to play, but the Braves got to start putting the bat on the ball. That's the pitch by Irvin. Fouled back to the screen.
Well, the Braves have had base runners. Just not the big key hit.
When you have as many hit by pitches as hit by bats, that speaks both ways. The Braves got to put it together here. They're down 9 runs. 1-1 our count. As Irvin checks the runner at first. Comes set, throws over. He's a tall, lanky fella. As Boynton, and he takes a long stride back to the bag.
Well, the question is, how long will Michael Owens go with this pitcher?
There's nobody down there warming up. I'd say he's it for the moment. And that's fisted foul down by the jump castle. Ever been in one of those?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I was before the jump castle era, but I during my granddaughter's 4th birthday, I got in there. Like to never get out either.
The hole was only so big, Dan.
That's right. And there's a lot of pop to go around. Here's the pitch by Irvin. Inside. 2-2 now the count.
He is all over the place.
So Irvin again. Checks the runner, comes set. Here's the pitch. Upstairs, throw down to first by Stewart. Runner gets back. We're full. I've said this before, any way the team can get an out without throwing a pitch is a good situation. Stewart wanted to keep Boynton close. And there's the pitch. It's a line drive off the glove into right field. Nice attempt by Carter. Couldn't come up with it. It's a base hit.
That's what, 5 hits this inning unofficially for me.
Yep. Actually, let's see. You got Gill reached on a single. Not Gill, I'm sorry. Antonio Brown. And then the bunt single, which I think went down as a base hit E5. So I'm counting. It's either 5 or 6, depending on what the official score gave Curley. It's a lot of hits.
So 5 runs in the first, 4 so far here in the 5th. It's 9-0 Astros.
We're having a long talk out there at the mound.
Yeah, the 2 teams play tomorrow night at Peachtree Ridge High School, the home of the Gwinnett Astros.
The umpire breaks it up. Sam Carpenter heads back. Peyton Irvin, Piedmont University product. Habersham Central.
He was a teammate of Sam.
Now batting number 7, Carson Renz.
So Carson Renz steps in. He reached on a fielder's choice in the error. That was the ground ball to short. That got thrown into right field and flied out to left field. He hopes to keep things going here, looking like Andres Galarraga from the left side with that wide open stance. And that took some shoelace, and it's a foul ball. Right off the instep. I tell you, Renz is taking his sweet time getting back in that box. That is one of the Dangers of having an open stance like that.
It won't funny the rest of the night.
Runners on first and second. Irvin looks at the runner, and here's the pitch. There's a high hopper to first, and foul.
Gets by Mangurian on the foul side of first.
How many times have you seen high hoppers over the past 2 ball games? I'm almost a handful of times. It hits that dirt out in front of the plate, and off it goes.
That hard Georgia clay.
Old-fashioned Baltimore chop. So runners will return. Irvin comes to the belt, has his pitch, and delivers outside. So Renz steps back in again, the open stance. Here's the pitch by Irvin, swing and a miss. And that's strike 3.
And he needed that out for the Astros. First one for Irvin.
Yeah, Renz is kind of questioning his profession right now, I think, because he struck
Now
out,
batting number 6, Cole
and his dogs are
Stanford.
barking right now. So the catcher, Cole Stanford, steps in. He popped to second. Got that single last time up and was thrown out from center field. A nice 6-4-3 candy hop grounder would work well right here. Swing and a miss, throw down to first. And Mangurian comes in behind him, but he was about 4 foot off the bag. I think he got caught. He was way off the bag, but that's a nice throw to make behind the runner. We had a daylight play like that with the Cubs where first baseman would break in behind the runner. The first time you see the glove flash, you just spin and throw. That's popped up. And that's going to reach the seats. Try this again, 0-2 now the count. Khalil Wilson waits on deck. The man with the high socks. Irvin again comes set, checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch, way upstairs. That was a Shaquille O'Neal pitch. He'd have had to jump to catch that one too, and Sam Stewart did a good job of snaring that one before it took off for parts unknown behind home plate. So 1 down, 5th inning, 9-0 our score. Here's the stretch and the delivery off speed. That gets away from the catcher. Everybody's going to move up 90 feet. It's a strikeout though. But it's the same as a sacrifice bunt. Everybody moves up 90 feet, but we got 2 down and runners on second and third. So good job by Irvin coming back with a couple strikeouts, but now he's got the left-hander in Khalil Wilson.
Now batting number 2, Khalil Wilson.
Khalil took a called third strike last time up. One of Hardy's last hitters. So another lefty steps in. Got the stirrup socks on. I love those. As Irvin comes to the belt, here's the pitch. Made him bend. Inside, ball 1.
If you want to talk fashion, though, the thing about stirrup socks, you never know how high you're going to wear them. Some will wear them up to their knees, some down ankle high.
Well, we had a rule with the Cubs, and this was back in the day when they still had the low stirrups, and there's a pitch, swing and a miss in dirt. Nice stop by Stewart. We had to have 4 inches of blue sock between the top of the stirrup and the bottom of the uniform pants. And the director of player personnel would come out during spring training with a ruler and stand there next to us and checked out, make sure we had enough. And if you didn't, you were sent back inside to change your clothes as that pitch is inside.
I'm sure the equipment manager had to be looking at that every game, you would think.
Well, the whole point, which is what they don't do now, and there's a swing and a miss, is that we would have to blouse our pants. Is that the pant, the elastic part came all the way down to the ankles, but you had to blouse them down to where they kind of hit mid-calf.
Gotcha.
And back in that day, in the day of high stirrups, the Cubs and the Reds were the only 2 teams that stuck with the low ones. And we would try every way possible, like hooking the stirrup sock around the dresser drawer in the hotel room to try to stretch that out a little bit, but there was no, it was like wearing a football jersey. These things were heavy. Swing and a miss, and that does it.
He struck out the side.
He struck out the sides.
Way to go, Irvin. But along with that, he gave 4 runs for the Astros here in the 5th. I'm going to count it as 5 hits with an error and 2 men left on base. Halfway home here in our Friday night game of the week. It is now the Gwinnett Astros 9, the Gainesville Braves nothing on Sunbelt League Baseball on 97.5 Glory FM.
They told him, don't you ever come around here. Don't wanna see your face, you better disappear. The fire's in their eyes and their words are really clear. So beat it, just beat it. You better run, you better do what you can. Don't wanna see no blood, don't be a macho man. You wanna be tough, better do what you can. So beat it, but you wanna be bad, just beat it.
Now pitching for the Astros, number 28, Nicholas Watson Garcia.
So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning here from Bobby Watson baseball field. New pitcher for the Astros. His name is Garcia, Dan.
Yeah, he's got a lot of names in there. Nicholas Watson Garcia. He will take over for Joseph Brandon, who did a good job over 5 innings of work. Put up a lot of goose eggs.
He's got a chance to get a win, too.
So Nicholas Watson Garcia, we'll just shorten that to Garcia. Columbus State University, sophomore, out of Conyers, Georgia.
He's got about 4 members of the Cougars baseball team for Columbus State playing for the Astros.
So now, top of the order due up for the Braves. We'll see if Micah Owings goes to his bench yet, because normally about this time of the game he starts shuffling in some ball players. So Garcia wears number 28. He's a sidewinder. Comes in 3/4, almost drops down vertical. That'll bring up Caleb Carter. Chestatee High School product.
Carter.
Playing at Georgia Highlands College. An outfielder and a second baseman. So Garcia gets the sign, goes into the windup, and here's a pitch. It gets away from the catcher. Carter shortened up like he wanted to bunt, pulled it back. It's ball 1. So Carter, Sapp, and Stewart. Sound like a good combination for a couple runs here. The bottom of the 5th inning. Strike call on the outside corner. 1-1 now the count.
What's interesting about Georgia Highlands College, for example, just like Gordon in the GCAA, is you play your 2 years and you're eligible for the draft.
That's a nice way to go. And that was a called ball. Boy, I tell you something. He doesn't like that low strike. He doesn't like the outside corner. It was a nice breaking ball. 2-1 the count, and Garcia with the pitch. Grounded foul down the third baseline. Let's check that bat.
It cracked it when it sounded.
I know it left some bee stings. You can get bee stings even in 90-degree heat.
Oh, absolutely.
Carter's grounded to second and struck out looking his last time up. 0 for 2, looking for his first knock of the night. There's a line in the pitch. Had an excuse me swing as it went up under his eyes. Strike 3, second strikeout of the night. Out number 1 for the Braves in the 5th inning. I'll bring up Hudson Sapp.
For Gainesville, number 3, Hudson Sapp.
So Sapp has popped to third and grounded out. Pitcher to first on that bunt attempt his last time up. Tried to leg one out.
He's got some speed.
From Dawson County.
Over the Tigers and Chase Elliott.
who has finished second his last 4 races, which is good for points, but you know what they said on Ricky Bobby, if you're not first, you're last.
The Chase is king of the road course.
Yes, he is. He likes those road courses. It's like driving in Dawson County. Here's the pitch by Garcia. Call strike on the outside corner. Count evens at 1-1.
And let Hudson's dad, Dwayne, know that we're broadcasting all the games. Dwayne, the head coach of the Tigers.
That's down in the dirt by Garcia, now 2-1. Carter, a left-handed hitter. That's Garcia, winds and delivers. And that's grounded over the mound. At second, Fountain makes the throw, got him. So out number 1 here in the, out number 2. As Sapp grounds out 6-3. I'll bring up Sam Stewart's been on base twice with a hit and hit by pitch.
So far, you've had a strikeout and a ground out for the Braves here in the bottom of the 5th.
So Stewart will try to get something started with 2 outs. Garcia winds and delivers. Slider, did he go? Yes, he went. 0-1 the count. You can tell the effectiveness of movement and late movement by the number of check swing strikes or excuse me swing strikes, like when Carter struck out with that pitch up and in. Here's the pitch. Another breaking ball right in there, called strike 2. 0-2 now the count. 2 outs in the 5th.
Stewart had like a 10-plus strikeout bat last time up.
Here's the line in the pitch by Garcia downstairs, 1-2. 9-0 our score. 9 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Astros. No runs, 3 hits, and 3 errors for the Braves. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3, ball in the dirt. Catcher's going to make the throw down to first. He does. That does it for the Braves in the 5th inning.
2 more strikeouts for the Braves here in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base at the end of 5. It is now the Gwinnett Astros 9. Your Gainesville Braves nothing on Sunbelt League Baseball on 97.5 Glory FM. And back here at Omni Watson Baseball Field, we go to the top of the 6th inning here, Dan. They were talking about Antonio Brown came in, played second base.
All right.
So we'll see. Check that next inning and play.
So there, from what I'm understanding, there is a real 25. He's just not listed anywhere yet. We've got a guy from the Sunbelt League over here to our left that's...
Daniel Wilson, I think, representing the Sunbelt League. So they're trying to get all that straightened out for us. So we go to the top of the 6th inning. The Astros on top 9-0. 5 runs in the first, 4 in the 5th.
Number 15, Jacob Harper.
So we got a new hitter.
Jacob Harper.
Jacob Harper will hit for Pardue. Nick Irvin's still on the mound for the Braves. Here's the first pitch. Call strike on the outside corner.
Time didn't get that ERA down. He got murdered in that first inning of work.
So Jacob Harper, a Valdosta State student, a sophomore from Hiram, Georgia.
I'm in Paulding County, the west of Atlanta.
So Harper steps in. He will take over in the DH role as Irvin rocks and fires. So 1-2 down the count.
I think Irvin getting ahead in the count.
That's inside. So we're 2-2.
And he struck out the order last time around, but he gave up 4 runs on 5 hits.
Yeah, it's feast or famine. So it's Harper. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him.
Another 4
That's
straight
four-
outs, 4 straight strikeouts.
4 strikeouts. That's good. That's good. We're going to look here and see what the number is on this fella's back. It's a left-handed hitter.
So Nick Hogan, the manager of the Astros, making some changes here.
Antonio Brown.
So now this is Antonio Brown.
Is that 25? What's
No,
he wearing
it's
now?
number 1.
He's now going wearing number 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So was that Antonio last time up then? Or was
No,
that
it was
Brooks?
somebody else.
Okay. I heard Danny Brooks was banged. So Antonio.
Austin Brooks was the guy last time up.
Okay. So he changed it over. So Antonio is wearing number 1, the Beavers
Yes, he is.
native.
So 1 down. Brown the hitter.
So they'll change their scorebook.
Well, everybody's got to iron out a little bit of the administrative kinks in this thing. This is a work in progress.
First week of action in the Sun Belt League for 2021 after not playing in 2020.
So Brown, a left-handed hitter. Here's a line in the pitch by Irvin. A little bit low.
And Gabe, talk about the products that have come out of Buford. They've got, what, 3 now right now playing in minor league baseball.
It's a strong program down there, downstairs. It's now 3-1 the count. So Irvin rocks and delivers. And that's ball 4. He walked him a little bit inside.
Well, Brown going to the first base. His former coach, Tony Wolf, the athletic director of Buford, announced his retirement last month after one of the most productive careers of anybody in both softball and baseball. He's got more rings than anybody I know.
Now batting number 8, Connor Curley.
So back at the top of the order, Connor Curley.
So Curley is 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored, a couple of singles, and he grounded out to second. Well, with Tony Wolf in mind, this is a game for young folks. There goes the runner. The throw down to second's on the wrong side of the bag, and Brown's in there easy with a stolen base. You got a big jump, showing off that foot speed. So now a runner on second, 1 down. The stolen base by Brown. Curley, a lefty, slightly open stance. Irvin steps off the mound. Try it again. 9-0 our score. Astros threatening. Here's the pitch. There's a drive into right center field. Settling under it. It's Pato. He makes the catch. Brown slides into third ahead of the throw. So fly ball F8 to center field. That's 2 down.
A good base running by Brown for the Astros.
That'll bring up Isaac Boughton. 1 for 3 and a run scored.
Now batting number 14, Isaac Boughton.
He's going to have the base hit and was thrown out, right?
No, that was
Different one?
that was
Trying to
different.
remember.
Yeah. That was Stanford, the catcher, called strike on the inside part of the plate.
He's currently on the protected list. I can take care of it after the game's over.
Boughton did have 1 hit of the 11 so far, plus for the Astros.
So runner on third, 2 down. There's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 0-2. Irvin 1 pitch away from getting out of a little bit of a jam here. As here's the pitch by Irvin, and it's fouled off. We'll do it again.
So he's come back strong after giving up those 4 runs in the 5th inning.
Well, he struck out 4 in a row before giving up the hit to Brown.
Yeah,
And then he
if
got
you
the
take 4 in a
fly.
row, his outs were all,
Yeah, they were all
they
strikeouts.
were scattered.
They did touch him up a little bit with some hard hit balls. There's a swing and a miss. Got him. Another strikeout for Urban, and that does it for the Astros in the 5th.
So his 5th strikeout, he strikes out 2 of the 3 outs here in the 6th inning. And for the Astros in the 6th, no runs, no hits, no errors. A man left on base will go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's still Gwinnett 9, Gainesville nothing. As you're tuned to Sunbelt League Baseball on 97.5 Glory FM.
With a paint where there ain't supposed to be paint. That's who we are. That's how we roll. The outside. The outside.
It's like sipping on a drink here between innings, eating the great food from Southern Epicurean. You can go to their website, southern-epicurean.com. You can schedule them for your event. Tell me you heard about it on Gainesville Braves Baseball on 97.5 Glory FM. Your home team for North Georgia Sports, Dan Brown, Mike Marford with you here on a Friday night from Ivy Watson.
And we go to the 6th inning, and it'll be Pato, Godey, and Mangurian due up for the Braves.
In the home half of the 6th here.
Pato does not have an official at-bat. He's hit by a pitch and walked. Second inning of work for Garcia. Left-handed hitter is Pato. There's the pitch. It's outside for a ball.
So again, just check your defense. There should be a new second baseman, right, Dan? Is that Brooks? Oh, either Brooks or Brown.
Yeah,
one.
I think it. I'll look here and we'll see. But there is a new guy out there. Here's the pitch by Garcia. Nice breaking ball. Boy, that had some break on it. 1-1 the count. 9-0 our score. Bottom of the 6th. Foul back to the screen. Everybody's straight away. Shortstop Boughton's in the grass a couple steps. That is Brown at second. Here's the pitch by Garcia. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, got him. That's the 7th strikeout for for Astros pitching. That'll bring up Rylan Godey, who's K'd twice.
Let's see what we can do against this pitcher, though. He does not face, of course, Garcia in his second inning of work.
There's a curveball in for a strike. So far in 2 innings of work, he's struck out 3 out of the 4 hitters he's faced. Godey takes a called strike. 0-2 now the count quickly. He's gone down looking both times. It's a tough part of the night. Here's the line in the pitch by Garcia. Swinging a minute. Nope. Fouled. Nope, he struck out. Thought it was a foul tip. Put the tag on him.
So back-to-back strikeouts for the Braves here in the 6th.
4 out of the 5 hitters.
He's not throwing the ball hard either.
He's got a lot of movement.
That brings up Mangurian, the first baseman for the Braves.
And his breaking ball is a good old-fashioned bender. 0 for 2. And there's a shot to right field. That's got some wood on it. Going back to the corner on the warning track and making the catch is LaPred, and that does it for the Braves. But a good ride by Mangurian, and that does it for the Braves here in the 6th inning.
Noisy out. The Braves go in order 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. No one left on base. We'll go to the top of the 7th. It's still Gwinnett 9. Gainesville nothing. You're tuned to Sunbelt League Baseball on 97.5 Glory FM. And we are back here at Ivy Watson Baseball Field. Thanks to all of our sponsors making our broadcast possible. And you heard there from Southern Epicurean, also from Dr. Alan Painter of Direct Physician Services. They offer concierge service. They offer appointments, and urgent appointments are also available. We encourage you to go to their website, which is dpsga.com. dpsga.com. Tell me you heard about it here on Gainesville Braves Baseball. Also, thanks to Cliff Wilcox, your State Farm insurance agent in Roswell. You can call Cliff at 770-998-9909. That's 770-998-9909. Tell Cliff you heard about it here on Gainesville Braves Baseball as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Time for a rally, but the Braves back in defense here at the top of the 7th.
Well, we got a new arm on the mound for the Braves, a lefty. Georgia Tech bound. Product of Fannin County High School, Will Schirra. Bringing some boys down out of the mountains.
Let me tell you something. Remember that name. Will Schirra is a player.
He's going to go play ball for Georgia Tech. He's a lefty. Got a live fastball. Ollie LaPred will come in. He's 2 for 3, 2 runs scored. First pitch is a ball.
I saw Schirra play high school ball for the Fannin County Rebels out of Blue Ridge in a game against Cherokee Bluff back in 2019. And he can bring it.
He can bring it. That's in there for a called strike. 1-1 the count. Here's the wind and the pitch. That's in the dirt. Skips to the screen. 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up. Boynton on deck, Brady Moore in the hole. Here's the pitch. Outside, that's got some pop to it. That was about 1.5 feet outside though. 3-1 now the count. Here's the wind and the pitch. Ball 4, he walked him. So a runner on first. With the walk, and that'll bring up first baseman Luke Boynton.
My question about Schirra, what will he major in when he goes to Tech?
Not gardening.
It's some kind of engineering, we know.
He's a deep thinker out there. Pred leaves from first. Here's the pitch. Outside just a little bit. Ball 1 to Boynton, who's been on base all 3 times. He reached on an error and scored in the first. Followed that up with a pair of singles. Schirra delivers a weak swing. And there's that excuse me wave. He didn't know whether he wanted to swing or not. That's because of the late movement on the ball. It comes in strike 1, 1-1 the count.
Third pitcher used by the Braves here this evening. Started out with Harvey, then with Irvin.
That's in the dirt and gets away from Stewart, and the Braves runs down to second. A wild pitch. That was a 58-foot curveball. Got away from him. So runner on second, nobody out. A duck on the pond for the Astros. 2-1 the count. As Sherrod looks in from the sun, he steps off. And again, they're going to have a little chat here. Again, runner on second, second sign. Unfamiliarity with pitcher and catcher. They quickly, he either said second sign, third sign, or first after the one.
Well, you know, I say, Dan, no matter what it's going to be a 1. You could put any number down, it's going to be a 1 every time.
Well, Sherrod nods the sign, looks back at LaPred. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball to right, giving chase his Sapp. Settles under that, makes the catch. The runner's tagging. The throw comes in and is cut off. The runner moves to third. Boynton did his job, got the runner over. That'll bring up Brady Moore.
Now batting number 20, Brady Moore.
So Moore reached on a fielder's choice, popped to second and single. Has a run scored, 3 at-bats. Here's the pitch by Sherrod. Called strike on the inside corner. He's got good movement, Mike. He's got some good mustard on that fastball as well. Of course, I like the fact that he's a lefty. Braves again wearing their traditional red home jersey with white pants. Breaking ball downstairs. Astros are in their black jerseys and white pants. So 1-1 the count, 9-0 our score. Runner on third, swing and a miss. You love the sound of that mitt, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. And with that, I got something special to talk about just in a moment. We're talking about mitts.
All right. You're going to dispel one or enlighten me?
I will enlighten you just after his next pitch.
All right, here's the pitch. Down at his knees.
Here's a special treat for you.
Okay.
You can contact our friends at 3 Up, 3 Down Glove Relacing. You can have your glove looking like the Gainesville Braves colors.
Oh, really?
Yes, you sure can.
Wow.
3 Up, 3 Down Glove Relacing.
Well, that is the curveball outside.
And that is their name on all the social media, on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. And let Randy Smith know about you heard about it right here on Gainesville Braves Baseball.
You know, once upon a time, that's ball 4 on the breaking ball. I could relace my own baseball glove.
Well, nobody doesn't like Randy. He can get it to you in a hurry.
Growing up, there's nothing worse than breaking a
Now batting number 7, Carson Renz.
strip of leather in the middle of a ball game, and you either tie the knot or you pull it all the way out and try it again. Carson Renz steps in. That pitch is away, ball 1. Held up on the swing. Runners are on first and third now with the walk. So Moore on first, LaPred on third. And the left-hander from Fannin County comes to the belt and pitches. Called strike on the corner, nice pitch. So 1-1 now our count. Infield double play depth up the middle, even at the bag at third, holding the runner on at first. Straight away in the outfield. Upstairs, 2-1 now the count.
A little more giddy up, though, than Irvin had.
A little bit. Fastball is a little straighter, not a lot of, he's got movement, but he's a lefty. But he brings the heat. Here's the pitch. Man. Wasn't a strike, but boy, it sounded good. We're at that time of night right now where lights are on. We're not quite completely dark yet, and baseball's got some color on it. If Sherrod comes set, and there's a swing and a miss.
Even though he's delivering a lot of pitches, he seems to be in control.
He's close. It's 3-2 now the count. As Sherrod checks the Runner at first. Here's the pitch. Low and away, ball four. He walked him. So we're going to have that loads the bases up again. And I'm looking here. I want to do some math. There's one.
Yes, we know math's not your strong. So we need this, Bill. What you got?
2, 3, 4 walks.
Now batting number 30, Avery Collins.
So Avery Collins is going to come in and hit for Stanford right now. So 4 walks issued by Braves pitchers tonight.
And every one of the Braves pitchers coming in have had trouble in their first inning of work.
Yeah.
Hardy gave up 5 in his first inning of work. Then it was Irvin with 4 runs in his first inning of work.
So Avery Collins, a catcher out of Afton, Tennessee, heading to Columbus State. He's a freshman. So now 2-0 the count. Bases are loaded. 1 out here in the 7th inning. Not that it isn't ugly already, but this has potential to get really ugly here in the 7th. Because right now, Shiraz lost the strike zone. 2-0 the count.
Tell you about Columbus State also. They've got like 4 players on the Astros team. Columbus State won the Peace Belt Conference tournament, advancing on to the Southeast Regionals of the NCAA Division II ranks.
Well, Collins is a catcher, so we'll see if he comes in for Stanford to finish out the ball game. Called strike.
They didn't have that before the umpire did.
Well, it was 3-0. So it was
Automatic.
I saw the finger go up first, and the hitter was tossing his bat aside. So that right there is, you know.
He was looking for a bases loaded walk.
Yeah.
No place to put him.
So 3-1. Here's the pitch. Call strike 2.
There you go.
No place to put him. Bases full of Astros. Shiraz comes set, and here's the pitch. Tapped high in front of the plate. He's going to have to hustle with this one. The toss to the plate, they get the force out. Man, that one went right off the plate and about 25 foot up in the air. So it's a fielder's choice. LePred goes out 1-2. Bases are still loaded, but there's 2 down
Now
now.
batting number 2, Khalil Wilson.
It goes from Sherrod to Stewart for the force out.
It's a good play. He didn't have a lot of time. He caught it and kind of shoveled it to Stewart. And they got the force. As Khalil Wilson steps in. He tripled in the first and then struck out twice. He's 1 for 3.
But the base is still loaded of Astros.
If he puts one down in the corner now, they will run all night. It will be a merry-go-round. Lefty on lefty. Here's the pitch. That goes into the Astros dugout. 1-1 now the count on Wilson. Wilson with the high socks. 3 stripes cleanly in view. You know exactly where his knees are. Shiraz nods the sign, comes set, and here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to first. That should do it. Van Gurion wins the race to the bag, and that does it for the Astros in the 7th.
It's 7th inning stretch time here from Avi Watson Baseball Field. The score of the Gwinnett Astros 9. Your Gainesville Braves nothing is your tune to Sun Belt League Baseball on 97.5 Glory FM. And back at Watson Baseball Field this Friday night, one of our jobs is going to be to taste and critique all the food from Southern Epicurean. Eating a hamburger tonight with fries, and I highly recommend that. You can contact Southern Epicurean for your event. Go to their website, southern-epicurean.com. Let them know you heard about it right here on Gainesville Braves Baseball. They have got a great menu for you.
Well, my long-standing saying is the complimentary glass is always half full, and the free meal is always tasting delicious. So
It's part of the job here. And
it is.
I'm not going to say anything but good things about Southern Epicurean.
I, at 3 different newspapers, had a running gig called Dan Eats. So my reputation preceded me at these publications, and I would go sample local restaurant fare and write about it.
For Gainesville, number 10, Jarrett Burney.
So Jarrett Burney will step in to lead things off for the Braves here in the bottom of the 7th.
Third baseman for the Braves needs to lead things off and start things going.
Never too late. The Braves right now have been retired 8 in a row, 8 out of 9, 10 out of the last 11. They have not had a hit since the 2nd inning. So the bats are taking a page out of Simon and Garfunkel's book, The Sounds of Silence. There's a swing and a miss. It'll be Burney, Tanner, and Mapes if everything holds pat for Micah Owings and the Braves. But right now we got to generate some offense here. 9-0 is the score. Garcia in his 3rd inning of work. He misses, the count's 2-1 now. And again, Garcia has struck out 4 out of the 6 hitters he's faced, 2 in each inning of work. And that's inside, gets away from the catcher. And the new catcher, by the way, is Avery Collins, who stayed in the game after pinch hitting for Stanford. So that one kind of maybe crossed him up a little bit. And it's not because of maybe throwing a pitch that wasn't called. It's just these balls are dancing all over the place. So 3, here's the pitch. Pop foul, and that's going to find the jump cancel. And that thing's still rocking down there, so there's got to be somebody inside.
You call it a jump castle, call it a bouncy house. Either
Or
way,
a bounce house, yeah,
it is rocking.
it's rocking. So Garcia looking at the baseball like it might hold the secret to the universe. He nods, whines, and fires. And that's off the fist, grounded to first. Up with his Boynton. He's going to win the race to the bag and beats Burney 1 down.
I tell you, Jarrett has hit the ball hard at times.
Well, that's the first time he's been kept off the base paths.
Number 21, Nick Tanner.
That brings up left fielder Nick Tanner for the
So
Braves.
Tanner still in the game. Number 21, I always like that number.
Why is that?
Roberto Clementi's number.
Yes, it was.
That guy could play.
It's also retired by the Atlanta Braves.
That's right. Warren Spahn's number?
There you go.
Yeah, I know my numbers.
The first Braves number retired was 21.
Spahn insane and pray for rain. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Here's the pitch. Almost got him. That bent him in half.
Well, I always think about Roberto Clemente when I go to our local eatery here at Long Street Cafe on Riverside Terrace, and one of the great guys there working, the night manager, is named Clemente. And I always think about Roberto every time I talk with him.
Oh, yeah. Guy could play. There's a called strike on the curveball. I remember the first, this was in 1970. It was right after the Pirates moved to Three Rivers. They also changed their uniforms. Gone were the black and gold. They had the gold hat with the black cap bill and some nifty-looking socks. And Clemente delivered there's a foul tip at the plate, delivered the lineup card to the umpire during the game. And Pete Rose delivered the Reds lineup card. And Rose kept trying to take a peek under the jacket that Clemente wore, and he just kept slapping his hand away. That was way back in 1970. Not many people were around back then, but you and me, I think. So here comes Garcia with the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's dropped. Running down the first. There's Tanner, and he's thrown out, and that's out number 2, the 5th strikeout now
By Garcia.
by Garcia. And again, that one in the dirt, blocked. There was a throw. That's about the 3rd or 4th throw the catcher's made down to first base.
Is that 10 for the Braves there or 9? I've lost count.
All right, he had 6 Ks through 5. That's now 9. Went down swinging 12 times Monday night. So they checked to see if he went. No, he didn't. Ball 1. So Will Mapes the hitter right now. He is 0 for 1, hit to a double play last time up and has been hit by a pitch. Curveball in for a strike. When you can see the break of the pitch, that's a bender. There's some seams screaming right there. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Inside. 2-1. Infield is Moore, Boughton, Brown, and Boynton. In the infield, 3rd to 1st, Wilson, Curley, and LaPred. In the outfield, Collins behind the plate, Garcia pitching. In the dirt with the curveball.
See, honestly, I'm going to force you to report that the Braves are really going to do something with their hitting. They've got to do more practicing out there in the batting cage, do something to get on board, do something all they got to do. But they are really having trouble since early on. They got some runners on the first 3 innings.
Well, they got a runner on right now as Mapes takes a base on balls with 2 outs.
Is that 4 walks now?
Well,
5.
let's see. I'm looking here. I'm counting up. There's two hit batters, 2 walks, 3 walks, 3 hit batsmen, 4 walks. So 4 and 3. So they've 7 free base runners that they've not been able to plate. So Mapes leaves from first, and that brings us back to the top of the order. Here's the pitch. It's upstairs for a ball. Caleb Carter stepping in. He is 0 for 4 on the night. So you figure this is his 5th time up. And the Braves are being shut out. Call strike, 1-1. So you figure the 3 hits batsmen and the 4 walks have all died on the base pass. As the Astros have, I think this is going to be Garcia's last inning. There's activity down in the bullpen. Here's the pitch. It's away off the plate with the breaking ball. 2-1. Outfield is medium depth. Curley in center. Now it looks like Antonio Brown is in center field with the high socks. Not Antonio Brown. LaPred moved to center field.
There you go.
Sorry. Swing and a miss.
Again, you can see the action of Gainesville Braves baseball on Twitter at Team Glory Sports, also on the website, GainesvilleBraves.com.
So we're even up 2-2. As Garcia looks in for the sign, there's the pitch. Low and away, ball 3. The Braves could get another base runner here.
Twitter, now, @SasaB_Corbin is now following you.
As Garcia does a little bit of mound work out there, find the hole he likes. Nobody holding the runner at first on. They're up 9-0. There goes the runner, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that does it for the Braves.
And we'll go to the 8th here from Ivy Watson Baseball Field, getting late. It's still Gwinnett 9. Gainesville nothing. You're tuned to Sunbelt League Baseball on 97.5 Glory FM.
It's 2 tickets to a concert. It's a Daytona airbrush t-shirt. Wondering who's gonna kiss who first. You know what I'm talking about. Hey baby, what you doing tonight? It's butterflies and Bud Lights under the stars and on the stripes of a beach town of a spring break town. It's playing in the night air through the speakers all night long. Couple kids just living that American country love song. In every town and every place, there's a mother who's trying to take a chance and dance and find a way to run away.
Again, trying to eat here between innings here. The great food from Southern Epicurean. Get about one bite is all you can handle between innings here. Hope you're enjoying our broadcast, even though the Braves are trailing 9-0. We're in the top of the 8th inning.
All right, we got a new battery mate here. John Carter replaces Sam Stewart behind the plate. We got a new arm on the mound. I missed his name we'll take a look here at his number as we make the throw down to second. He's a righty.
And the two teams are back in action tomorrow night from Peachtree Ridge High School, the home of the Gwinnett Astros, as they'll take on the Braves. And we're back here on Monday for our next broadcast, starting at 6:45 at Miami Watson Field. The Braves taking on the Atlanta Crackers.
Well, it's one of those on Monday. That's number 18.
All right, our winner of the free T-shirt,
Uh-oh, we got a winner.
Lupe Sorsano.
You get a foul ball to get the idea.
All right, Aiden McSherry will take the mound for the Braves.
Gainesville Braves T-shirt.
And McSherry, wearing Steve Avery's number 19, Blessed Trinity High School, going to play ball at Young Harris. Young Harris, the beneficiary of Zell Miller, and their stadium seats are old Fulton County Stadium seats that went in out there when after the Olympics and they tore down the stadium. All those seats went up to Young Harris College. They've got one of the nicest looking ballparks you'll want to see.
Division II Peachtree Conference, home of the Mountain Lions. Other side of Blunt Mountain from Dahlonega.
So McSherry, tall drink of water.
4 pitch used by Micah Owings. Straw did a good job.
So Harper comes up for the second time tonight. He struck out last time. McSherry looks in. Boy, he's a straight over the top kind of guy. Except when I hear his name, I'm saying, pal, you're on the wrong side of home plate. Longtime umpire John McSherry. Here's the wind and the pitch. Called strike. That ball sounded over the inside corner. So there is some more bullpen activity as we're in the top of the 8th inning, 9-0 our score. As McSherry pitching out of the stretch. I mean, he is right over the top. It's 2-1 the count. That one skipped away at the plate. So it's Harper. Brown is in the on-deck circle, and Connor Curley. Though I'm thinking we're going to see a pinch hitter for him up 9-0. Here's the pitch by McSherry, and that's away and in the dirt. Gets back to the screen. So 3-1 our count. Three and 1 to Harper. Infield, deep, and on the grass at short and second. Here's the pitch. Called strike, 3-2, and Harper was a little upset, not so much that it was called a strike, but that he didn't swing at it. I did that once back in the wooden bat days, took one right down the middle, pounded my bat on the plate and broke it in half. That's fouled down. Coach wanted me to finish my at-bat with half a bat. Said, you broke the bat, you buy it, basically. But I was able to change it up and struck out anyway. So full count now. So your lesson there is don't hit things. Except the baseball. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Downstairs, boy, I tell you something, he can throw hard.
The prime example there, go back to Waskar Anoa of the Atlanta Braves, who was out for 2 months by hitting a dugout wall.
Look at Ozuna, did the same thing. Or is that who you mentioned?
No, Oscar, no, the pitcher.
Oh, okay. Well, there was one
Batting number 1, Antonio Brown.
pitcher I heard of back a long time ago. Got drafted. Had an argument that night and punched a glass door and tore up his arm.
Antonio Brown's the batter now for the Astros.
Antonio Brown is second time up. Singled his last time up. I'm sorry, he walked and stole a base. This is his second plate appearance. Runner leads from first, 9-0 our score. Call strike on the outside corner. So McSherry comes from straight over the top, and he's tall. And just arms and legs everywhere, and then all of a sudden, here comes the baseball. McSherry comes to the belt, checks the runner, here's the pitch. That gets away, but nobody's going anywhere. Kind of possibly a little competitive courtesy and not, it's 9-0. Taking second's not going to help anything.
Well, you might remember what happens tomorrow night, too. This game will carry over to tomorrow night.
Yeah. No, but nobody's looking here to show anybody up. But again, new players are in the game.
They'll be competitive.
And they want to be competitive. They want to showcase their skills as well. So Brown in from the left side, it's 2-1 the count. Runner leads from first. He's got a good lead. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-1 now. This is nothing will kill momentum than not throwing strikes. Just slows the game down.
A lot of pitches have been thrown tonight.
There's a high hopper to third. Bernie, long throw across the diamond, got him. Nice play by Bernie on the high hopper to third. Harper takes second on the play. One down, we're back to the top of the order. Let's see who we got up here.
The Braves defense has really done the job, except for those two miscues by Mates back in the first inning.
So Edwin Johns is in the ball game now. He's hitting in the leadoff spot. He's a right-handed hitter.
Batting for Curley.
John's out of Savannah. Banana country. That gets away. The runner is going to go to third. McSherry comes in to cover the plate. That's ball one. So Edwin Johns is an outfielder. 6'2", 190 pounds, going to Columbus State. He's a sophomore out of Savannah.
Again, another one of the Cougars players on this Astros team.
There's one out, top of the 8th inning. McSherry comes set. Here's the pitch. That skipped, got some dirt. 2-0 now the count. 9-0 our score. As McSherry checks the sign, and here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to second. On the dive, it skips under the glove into right field for a base hit. Johns gets a single and an RBI as Harper trots home to score. Not hit that hard, but it was hitting that no man's land between first and second.
And that's 10. It makes it 10-0 in favor of Gwinnett.
And we got a hitter for, it's Joshua Hayes from Cumming, Roan State Community College is hitting for Isaac Boughton. There's number 31. Here's the pitch. Called strike.
I wish I knew what high school he attended there in Forsyth County. So many of them will do school opening up this fall to make it 7 high schools in Forsyth County. It is all coming, the entire county.
I remember back in the day, there was just
One.
That was back in 1981, and a lot has happened in Forsyth County since in 1981. So runner on first. Here's the pitch. Called strike on the inside corner. So Hayes hits for Boughton. like we're going to have a new hitter coming up here. Hogan is emptying his bench. Van Gurion playing behind the runner. Curveball, swing and a miss. That does it for top number 2, as it does it for Hayes on the strikeout. Good pitching.
So it's Sherry with the strikeout. And the Braves pitchers have really scattered a bunch of strikeouts. Go back to Urban, what he did.
Well, you take away the nightmare first, and it's 3-0. So, or 4-0. I mean, the 5th inning was legitimate.
That was Urban's first inning. You had Hardy, Irvin, Sherrod, and now McSherry.
So there's 2 outs, runner on first. Hold on, got a new hitter in there because there's no socks. That's in the dirt. That's number 23. That is LaPred. So he's still in there. He rolled down his socks. Sherry checks the runner at first. Here's the pitch. Call strike right in there. Boy, that had some gas on it, boy.
Octane gas, buddy.
So 0-2 the count on LaPred. Going to South Carolina Upstate. He's a junior from Duluth. Here's the pitch. Hit out in front of the plate. And they got the tag right there. And that does it for the Astros in the 8th.
And we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. It is still Gwinnett 9. Gainesville nothing as you're tuned to Sun Belt League Baseball on 97.5 Glory FM, your home of the Braves.
Hey, where did we go? Days when the rains came. Down in the hollow, playing a new game. Laughing and running, hey, hey. Skipping and jumping. In the misty morning fog with, our hearts are thumping and you, my brown-eyed girl. And whatever happened to Tuesday and so slow? Gone down the old man with a transistor radio. Standing in the sunlight laughing, hiding behind a rainbow's wall.
Just some of the great services offered by Direct Physician Services. And you can go to their website, dpsga.com. dpsga.com. Tell me you heard about it here on Gainesville Braves Baseball on 97.5 Glory FM. Your home team for North Georgia sports. Again, the 2 teams play tomorrow night at Peachtree Ridge High School, home of the Gwinnett Astros. And we're back here on Monday as the Atlanta Crackers go up against the Gainesville Braves.
Well, we got a new arm out there for the Astros. It's Reed Howard. He's going to the University of North Georgia.
Yes, I know Reed Howard. How about that for Tom Cantrell and the Nighthawks?
Out of Cumming, Georgia, a sophomore. Lefty. Got a crooked arm out there. Got that kind of that Bill Lee look about him, maybe. Because he wanted to kind of snare the throw down to second, like he didn't think it was.
Now batting for the Braves, number 3, Hudson Sapp.
So Hudson Sapp comes up for the Braves here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Sapp is 0 for 3, has not left the infield. Popped out to third, thrown out on a bunt, 1-3, and then grounded out to short, 0 for 3 on the night. Lefty on lefty. Here's the line into pitch by Howard. Called strike with a slider. $9-0 our score, 10-0 our score, I'm sorry. There's a swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. 10 runs, a bunch of hits, an errorless baseball for the Astros. No runs, 3 hits, 3 errors for the Braves. Swing on this, strike 3, got him.
Another strikeout. Again, 2 straight games, double-digit strikeouts for the Gainesville Braves. That's really what concerns you, Dan.
Well, they've matched the 12 strikeouts. John Kerr, the batter now for the Braves. Pinch hitter coming in.
Our first look at him this year.
For John Carter. He took over last inning for Sam Stewart behind the plate.
And again, another strike.
As Howard winds and fouled down at the plate, we're quickly 0-2. Paytow is on deck as Howard winds and delivers outside the 0-2 pitch.
Well, I know as many pitchers as Coach Cantrell has for the Nighthawks, this is really be invaluable for Howard here this summer playing for the Astros.
It's good game experience. There's the pitch. Carter might have thought that was strike 3. He dropped his bat a little bit, but it's 2-2 the count. Bottom of the 8th inning. Braves down by a touchdown and a field goal. Here's the 1 and the pitch. That cleared the screen, cleared us, bound for the parking lot somewhere.
And so far, the only run scored for Gainesville in 2 games has been a bases-loaded walk, which scored Hudson Sapp back on Monday night.
Well, the lack of offense is definitely a concern of Micah Owings, being someone who generated a bunch of offense by himself. And there's a ground ball to short. Up with it is the shortstop. That's Hayes, throws it to first, and out number 2. Good play on his first chance. He pinch hit for Boughton in the last inning. 2 down now.
Batting for the Braves, number 18, Carson Paytow.
So Paytow steps in. He's 0 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch and walked and struck out. Lefty on lefty. As Howard winds and delivers. Low and away, ball 1. Infield deep. Shortstop Hayes a couple steps on the grass. Same with Brown at second, a step on the grass. Here's the pitch by Howard. It's fouled down.
I think one thing I like about the Sun Belt League here, Dan, is that we have already called probably 24 plus college names on these rosters of teams we've seen so far in the first 2 games.
Well, there's a lot of talent and a lot of schools represented from all over the Southeast, not just in Georgia.
Oh, absolutely.
Here's the line in the pitch by Howard. That's in the dirt away.
I mean, we've had colleges mentioned from South Carolina, Tennessee, Mississippi, Florida.
I haven't heard any from Alabama yet, but we haven't played the Chattahoochee yet. Here's Howard with the pitch. Called strike now, evens it up.
That comes up next weekend with the Braves making the road trip down to Columbus next weekend. And then they'll wrap up the regular season here from Ivy Watson in July against the Chattahoochee.
A lot of baseball to be played between now and then in a short amount of time. Here's the line to pitch by Howard. That's fouled off.
Let me tell you, I made a great gift for Father's Day. Get your dad some tickets to see the Gainesville Braves. Only $7 to see the Braves, and a great value to see some great baseball.
You get to spend some time outside.
Absolutely.
Nice chair under a shade tree, and that's a ball. Now the count runs full. Paytow. You know, good. They even supply some chairs out here for a nominal rental fee, I'm sure.
They do.
There's plenty of trees to park it under. Here's the pitch by Howard. Swing and a miss.
Another strike.
That does it for the Braves. in the bottom of the 8th inning.
So we'll go to the top of the 9th. The score is still Gwinnett 10, Gainesville nothing. You're tuned to Sunbelt League Baseball. Your home of the Braves, 97.5 Glory FM.
Don't you?
Uh-huh.
We'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight.